Ah. What happened? It literally just stopped. What happened? And of course, Chan bubbles right now. I don't know why. It literally just stopped. I can't do anything. Okay, so we'll just stop sharing and move on. Are we all muted? Okay, because I couldn't hear anything. Awesome.
Yeah, was go ahead and turn your mics on the station too.
Unmute. Unmuted me.
Okay.
Maybe he did. I don't know. Something's weird. Okay. Hello, everyone. We're kind of, I don't know what we're doing tonight. Anyway, it is Stadium Podcast Live number 5. I think we're all just kind of, hanging out there. Busy week again for the boys. There's been a ton of news come out. The my favorite thing today is knowing that the venue in Milan had to go from 20,000 people to 80
Holy
for the
shit.
festival. Yeah, because they sold out within seconds. They figured out that, hey, stays like to spend money, so let's move it to a venue that's like 5 times more. So anyway, there's that. So I'm hoping Super Bowl. Come on, guys. I'll play you some Super Bowl. Oh. I just really don't care about sports anymore. I got out of it like 2016. So,
Listen, the Cowboys will always be in my heart, but it's been too long.
the
It's
cow
been too
what?
long.
The
The
cow.
Cowboys.
Yeah, you can say boys all you want. That's not what I call it. Yeah, but in Milan they had to go to a venue that held 80K because this, little group called Lost Boys, is just super popular. I don't know.
You
I
mean
just tells you
Starry
that the
Kids?
yeah, right, straight kids. However you want to say it.
Starry
It
Kids.
just goes to show you that they really didn't know who they were signing up to do this festival. Otherwise, they could have figured out that 20 is not going to be enough.
They should have known.
Felix, yeah, Felix and his little angel heart taking his break doing volunteer work in Laos.
I saw that. I thought that was so precious.
Why can you not hear me? Oh, on Station Head, you can't hear me? I swear I turned it on. Oh, wait. Maybe it's because I turned the mic on.
Okay, there you
Or
go.
this.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, I had the volume on mute. See, I can still hear myself. Can you hear me now still?
Yes.
Okay. We're adding extra platforms to all of my stuff. Or not my stuff, our stuff. So there's that going on. I'm trying to think what other. Let's see. Hyunjin, and it looks like maybe IN went to the beach or Busan or something. I don't know. Channy went home, got to spend some time, and still spent a lot of time with Stay. So he
A
misses us.
lot
We
of
all know
time.
that. A lot of time. Hannah's birthday was this week, but they probably celebrated last night because she got in yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, her Instagram channel, she's been posting pictures and stuff for her birthday. So
Really? Now
Yeah.
you play. Now you play. Now it's playing. It's running slower than I am today. Let's just close that out. Okay. There's just been they are hitting the charts hard. Like I can't even hardly keep up with all of it. They've joined Blackpink and BTS for top global artists, I think, on something. I really need to start writing this stuff down. Benny went home for vacation. I don't know what Sunman did.
I think he hasn't really posted anything
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He hasn't.
except his
Oh.
Instagram. He put a video a couple days ago, going somewhere in a car. I don't know what though.
Yeah, and that music that was behind it was one of his originals. I don't
It
know
was
if it
so
was like
pretty.
his original, but he was singing it. See, Benny's new song is wow. It's just going straight up to the top there. And he had a peak on Spotify listeners too, or people who like I don't even know. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling. La 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 has now passed S Class on global YouTube.
What?
Okay. Chan's nylon magazine pictures. Oh,
Listen,
thought that
I
soup
wanted
was
it
hot.
so bad.
That soup was nothing.
I wanted his
I
magazine
ordered
so
it.
bad, but it sold out everywhere.
Even on Music Plaza?
Yes. Yes.
Because the other
I
day
found
it still
one.
had some in there, but
I found one on the Japan Amazon, and I do not know how to get it through that. It has like this
from
weird pay system.
Amazon Canada? Is that what you said?
No, Japan. Amazon Japan.
Oh,
And I
you
don't
just buy it through a proxy. Like, were you going through Neoco? No, I can't even say it. Or were you going through Bai?
I saw it on their Twitter page, so I clicked on it and it took me to that.
I bet you can get it through Bai. I've got stuff over there I need to come home. I think it's all in the warehouse now, so I can bring it home. Look real quick.
Oh.
Somebody's having a lot of fun. Amazon. What else is going on that I know I've been sending y'all random stuff. I don't remember what it was. Oh, the picture of Channy coming from the airport.
He looks
I
so
love Flappy
all of his
Channy.
little
I
pics,
love
all of
Fluffy
his little
Channy.
pics, bro. Adorable. All his pics that he's sending to Bubble.
And I
was
loved Fluffy Sunmin. I wish they would just leave them fluffy because Fluffy Benny is hot, Sunmin is hot, Channy is hot. Just leave the fluffiness to be fluffed. God, I just keep getting hit with stuff. Okay. They've just been hitting charts. Like they're all over the top parts of the charts, except for in Korea. Imagine that. I'll look that up for you later, Claudia, if you don't. But you got to remind me because, yeah.
Okay. I might forget, but when I do remember, I will need you.
I just wrestled my kid.
Yeah, we heard. Did you get tickets?
Yeah, they said they got tickets.
Not you. I mean comments.
I know. I said they said they got tickets.
Okay.
She said she fought through 3 dimensions.
Three dimensions of stays.
Yeah, but she got it.
One thing about stays, you have all of these people that surround you that know nothing about K-pop. They're not interested in K-pop. They could care less about K-pop. And so stays go to concerts by themselves. Guys, have a group meetup. Safety in numbers, maybe for everyone else around you. But stays are pretty chaotic. So
I went to their concert by myself.
Group, yeah, just have a Facebook group chat or something of stays that want to meet up somewhere and all go together.
There is a group on Facebook for Minnesota K-pop lovers. People just gotta find that one. I could always drop.
I was talking about like the one in Britain, Amelon. I know that one of the girls that I talked to moved to Washington State, and she's wanting to hook up with stays eventually. She's not in a situation where she can yet. And I couldn't believe that Washington State had no Facebook stay groups. None.
Really?
I was like, someone might want to put one of those together. Just saying.
I probably could find one in Michigan for the stays if Michigan stays need a group too.
Oh, God, that is so much hotter. I'm going to start crying.
Tanya, you muted again.
I didn't touch anything. Oh, man. Snow, seriously. I shouldn't be on. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
You guys can still hear me through it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. My cousin since Snapchats from Texas, and any kind of weather that happens in their area of Texas, we usually get as well. I don't understand that. And they've got like 13 inches of snow so far. And I'm like, can you not keep that crap there, please? Because I don't want to do 13 inches of snow.
There's somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, way north, the Panhandle up by Lubbock.
That's not fair.
Yay! I'm so glad y'all got to meet up. Huh?
Minnesota's supposed to be hitting like a winter vortex with snow, and
yeah, but this is Texas.
We're in the middle of it over here, and we have gotten no snow yet. All of our snow has melted. There's none anywhere.
Well, because the South is getting it all. They don't know what to do. Well, I can send you mine if we get it.
I feel bad for you, Texas.
Because it was supposed to be like 50 tomorrow, and now I'm getting chances of snow, and I'm like, really? I like the 50 better. I've got to get to working on the outside of my house.
We've had shorts weather lately. I love it.
It's been nice here too. There's just been too much. I really need to start writing down the interesting things. Anyway, Well, I do like a minute and a half of news every day, so it just gets all discombobulated. I can't even remember the last time I went to pee, so there's that. Um, let's go ahead and oh, that was hot. Had to stay care. Hey, work.
So,
That's a big weather jump for
ow.
you guys.
Put on unbeatable.
Yeah, it's been like that. Like we'll have 61 day and then it's like negative degrees. I wish the government would really quit messing with my weather because it's starting to really suck.
I think
What are you? Oh, you're getting attacked?
I am. She's mad
I
at
thought
me.
I thought you're doing S-class dance for a second.
I know. I thought she was like showing off. I'm over here doing the la 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 because this is about all I can do.
Nope, I was getting attacked. Just good thing you're on live so y'all can tell my story.
Yeah,
I don't have anything.
I am
really
planning
new
to
in
go to
daycare.
KCON in July.
Oh, are you?
If I can find a
So-
house sitter, my house sitter is moving, so I'm like
Dang it.
planning on it.
I decided not to go just because like I'll just be getting back from Korea, and at that time it's like, when will I have time to really go?
Yeah.
Take me with you.
Well, my daughter, who is not into K-pop, but she's all into travel and trying new things, so she's going to go with me. So, and I'm like, should we drive or fly? And I started looking at air flights, and it was like $300 round trip. I can't drive out there for $300. Plus, it takes like 2 days to drive out there because I would have to go up through Colorado and then go back out. But it's like 10 hours to Colorado. It's like 16 more hours from Colorado. I was like, that's like a week of driving. I don't even like traveling anymore. So I was
So
like,
then
I'll
fly
do
or
the
drive.
yeah, and so it doesn't matter which of the big towns I go to, which I would have thought coming out of Kansas City would be cheaper, but it doesn't matter. It's just the one out of Springfield goes to Chicago first. And I'm like, that's the wrong direction. I was hoping we could like do our one stop in Denver and then my daughter could pick up that flight and go out with us. But
I couldn't even
whatever.
handle 2.5 days on a bus from Michigan to Minnesota.
I
I
we
can't,
went to
I
get her
can't
first,
travel like that.
we drove.
My,
17
yeah, my
hours.
back starts hurting. Yeah, plus, let's see, we're going to Texas in June. And last year we went to Texas and my back hurt so bad. I was popping muscle relaxers like Pez and it was not touching it. And then, like 3 weeks after that, we went to Texas again. So I had another miserable weekend because my back. And I was like, I'm so over this.
I took Greyhound to get from Michigan to Minnesota, and all the buses were crowded, and I was squished between like so many people.
Yeah, I haven't ridden buses since I got out of high school.
I hate buses. I even hate public transportation here.
Oh, I forgot. I used to drive a bus. I didn't ride one.
I think the one time I drove a bus is when I went to California and got to try right on a bus. Really fun.
Charter buses in Austin, Texas suck. Just saying.
yeah.
I hated
no,
driving in Austin, Texas.
When
I
my car broke
hated it.
down, I tried like use one of those buses, but it was just so confusing that I was like, you know what, forget it. I'll find another way.
Mm. And then I drove city buses in Boulder, and I was on the college route. So by the time I got to the college campus, like there were times I just had to shut the door on people because we didn't have room. I mean, they were like, if any one person had farted, the whole bus would have blown up. It was so bad. Like they were just all packed in.
See, our buses aren't packed until like nighttime, but during the day, there's maybe like 4 people that will ride the bus to and from. So I only see like 8 people every morning on the weekends.
We have you're not on station head anymore. Why am I not on station head anymore? I didn't touch it.
At this point, I'll just tell you.
I swear I did not touch it. It's on my phone. I haven't been touching it.
That's a very valid complaint there. 3 hours to New York by bus? That's too much.
Okay, so I'm back, but I don't know where to go. Wait, I pushed the wrong button.
3 hours.
Do you have to
Like,
invite me again, or is it on the messenger?
oh yeah, hold on.
Oops, crap. I'm just going to delete everything and turn everything off.
There you go.
Okay, so while I'm trying to find my way back to where I'm supposed to be, go ahead and do what? Steak hair? Yeah.
Yes. So I didn't add anything specifically new to the general state care one,
I'm on the wrong one.
except the only thing that you're that's in there right now is what you put in there, which is what is with each album. If they're thinking of like collecting or anything like that, you showed
That I put on there?
like you put Monroe and like what albums they were, like what albums, and then what's in those albums with the posters.
Oh, the templates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Which I have a few of those from I am not.
I think you have to bring me in.
I am, but yours is it's like requesting, but you haven't
What?
requested it. Okay, so since
Let's
I
see
don't have that much
request.
in the general state care, I will move on to my main memories, which let me tell you, I was so mad watching this again.
Which
So mad.
one? Oh, I got something to share with y'all. I don't know if I let me see if I can like get my crackhead self back on Zoom. Go ahead. Sorry. I
Okay,
forgot.
so like last time where we ended on the last episode, we actually ended on them just finishing up like in the middle of their bus said back
What?
their busking.
Oh, busking. Okay.
uh but yeah, that was the last place that we ended off at. So this episode 8 part 3, it begins with the boys singing School Life. Now if nobody remembers what School Life was, it was actually in the, I think, third mission. Was it the third mission? Yeah, the third mission with Lino still being in the group and everything. And they had to break off to groups of threes, come up with the song, and like do a performance with that song. And for this song, it was Woojin, Ian, and I think Han. Yes, Han, that they were in a group. So for the busking, they decided to do a 8-person full life thing.
If we didn't get hit with copyright, we should just like post music while we're still trying to get everything going again.
Right.
I'm gonna try putting it on my
Hey, what's going on?
hey, 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 hey.
No.
Yeah, it was. I love School Life. It was a good song. Um, so this, so in this song, School Life, during that mission, Ian was obviously brutally criticized by JYP during that song, and once again called it amateur. And
It's a JYPP highway.
is that what that is?
I'm sorry, I had to share that.
I can't with you guys. I can't.
I had to do it while I remembered I'd forget. Okay.
So, as we know, one of our mystery listeners was Jun K. Is it Jun K?
Done.
Jun K. Okay, cool. So, was Jun K, and Jun K actually really liked the song School Life, and he thought Ian was really cute and charming, which is obvious But the fact that this man's just saying JYP was like, oh, you look like an amateur, really? Because these people didn't think so. Okay. They seemed really charmed by him. Okay. I think that was just like a bout of jealousy you're feeling on your side. Like, oh, look at this adorable little boy. I could never. Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
Uh, so they talked with the audience a little bit, mentioning what is it, Rado? He was the other Mr. How do you say it? Rado? I'm
I
gonna
was gonna
say
say,
Rado.
Oh, we
Say Rado.
mispronounce shit all the time, so that's whatever.
I'm gonna say Rado. Uh, he also took a liking to Ian and said, like he doesn't know why, but his eye just kept going towards him during the song. Like every time he
Cause
tried to
he's
focus.
super cute.
I know
How
exactly.
could you?
Like
He has little dimples. Oh my god, I want to squeeze his cheeks so bad.
um, but yeah, so they started to they talked with the audience a little bit, mentioning that the song was originally a third person song before they made it into like an eight person song, so that way they can all sing with it, and how they had like a lot of fun actually singing. Ian mentioned uh did receiving bad feedback for this song, and everybody was like yelling out like, "Oh, you did really well! Like, don't listen, you did good, I loved it." And then it moves on to them talking about the new song they wrote, which was "Ya Ya Ya." They were all practicing. They showed like a scene of them all practicing in the studio and stuff like that, and obviously were really nervous during it because they only had a short amount of time to learn it since this is a new one that they're doing. During that time, Felix kept making mistakes during the song and the dance, and Channing mentions like being the most worried about Felix during his performance because Felix was getting frantic and he was messing up, and he was afraid that he would start messing up during the mission because he was and upset about it. The episode ends up ending with Felix practicing alone, and then this part made me a little sad because he was getting frustrated and he ended up just like getting so frustrated and anxious that he ended up like crouching down and just started crying from the frustration. Like, oh boy. Obviously, Mr. Felix worries about every little thing, needs it perfect, birdie, buddy. Gets, gets so upset. So, um, then we move on to episode 8, part 4, and this episode begins with the boys starting the song "Ya Ya Ya." When the song edit ended, it automatically goes to Felix, who seemed upset because during that performance he did make mistakes that everybody was scared that he would make. There was a part in the choreo where he had to step onto the boys and didn't get a good balance to it, so he actually ended up falling off, which was a mistake. He had to get back on. Um, Rado, whatever, says that it was pretty dark, but it was a very good song overall, and he almost danced to it, but he stopped himself before he could. And the boys once again said a few words to the crowd, and Sungmin mentions Lino, because like even though he's gone, he cannot be forgotten. He was part of the group, and the boys like really cared for him. So like everything they do, they mention him, and they're talking about how Channy was like, just because he's not here, we're gonna work hard. And Sung's like, we're gonna work harder so that way Lino's like elimination doesn't go to waste. We'll work hard for him. We'll keep going, we'll fight. And uh Channy was like, even though it was busking and it was really fun, he was a little worried because, even though it was a mission, like they had to remember, like even though they were like having fun and talking with the audience and me, it was still a mission. Um, After they said their goodbyes, the boys headed back to the waiting area, and their seniors, which was Bam Bam, Young K, and somebody else I forgot, were waiting in the waiting room, and they were watching the performance from there. and the episode ended up with Bam Bam saying that he hopes nobody gets eliminated in this round, that he gets to perform on the same stage as them, which I don't think he has yet.
No, Bam Bam has not performed with Stray Kids at all, sadly.
Yeah,
He wants to still, though. He still talks about them from time to time.
I
yeah.
mean, there's got to be a collaboration eventually. I think that we'll see a lot more of it this year, being that they're starting to branch out and all of these companies are letting their idols do TikToks together. I think we'll see some more.
Which
I'm
I'm
hoping
surprised
so.
we still haven't seen that, with Channy being close with Young K and Bam Bam and stuff like that. The fact that we haven't really seen that much interaction with them with any of
I
that.
had seen a title. I don't think I actually read it because I'm not reading right now, but something about how JYP is keeping Stray Kids away from GOT7.
Why
Pretty
he's
They
sure I
were
didn't dream
scared
that
that
title.
they're gonna influence
JYP's been keeping
Maybe.
everybody still in JYP away from GOT7 due to GOT7 not being in JYP anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does JYP feel like they're gonna influence him and be like, yeah, leave JYP?
Well, I think we already pretty much know that when they get a chance, Channy's like,
I'm
setting
pretty
his
sure
own.
he's just
I
biding his
swear,
time. He's biding his time.
yeah, I am hard predicting that while the boys are away in the military, he's going to start his own company.
I hope so.
I'm predicting this. I do too.
So
He'll have,
that
he'll
way,
have literal he'll have idols lining up around the block wanting to sign in for his company, sign up for his company when their contract
yeah.
expires.
I believe that.
Because of the way he treats people. He's not as big of a PP as JYPP.
I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that JYP outright banned anybody from interacting with GOT7 in the company, but it's like an unspoken thing, really, where he's just like, you can
He
talk
just needs to
him, just
keep
know
his
that I'm
head
gonna
over by the
support you.
girls groups. Yeah. Leave the boy groups alone.
Yeah, seriously. Go play with your girl groups like you always do. Let them do their
Oh,
thing.
God, such a perv.
Okay, so now we move on to our next episode. It's episode 8, part 5, and this episode begins with the mystery listeners, Junkei and Rado, and JYP going over the boys'
It is not time to
performances
play.
on a monitor. JYP mentions it being a little different seeing it on the monitor because during live they're like, "Oh, I'm getting into this performance. I can see this. This is so fun." But during the monitor, you can actually take a step back and actually see all the details that you couldn't see during the live because there's a bunch of excitement and a lot going on during the live that you don't really pick out a lot of like the really small details that you normally miss. So in the monitor, you can actually see it a little more, which is what happened. So the first thing that they mention is that Elevator was at a high range. And JYP, of course, he had to say something because he was just like, yeah, it's in a range of a girls group, main vocal sings that, and blah, blah, blah. Because, he was already like against it or whatever. And he already told Channy to fix it, but Channy, he wasn't gonna fix that.
He made it higher.
Awesome. I know.
I think that's Channy's way of flipping the bird.
Oh, I'm pretty sure because
It's just like their whole Noisy album was
as a musician, your only way to like talk crap or get back, like basically flip at somebody is through music. The only way you can express it. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what he did. That's what they always been doing during their songs. Like most of their songs are basically like songs to let people know that they don't care. Their shit, like.
See, we're not the only ones talking bad about JYPP. Just saying.
I know, seriously. Junkei mentions that even though it was high, it was a high range, they did live really well, and that they seem like they are already debuted idols already. Debuted. You know what I mean?
Tanya's back on the thingy. Yeah.
What?
I could hear you on radio or station head or whatever it's called.
Oh, on station. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you. So, yay!
Exactly. It's exactly why cheese exists. That's why that whole album exists, and why they named it No Easy or Noisy.
yeah,
It was the
of course,
clapback album. Yeah.
of course. They still technically make them too, which is funny. It feels like every single album after that is what that is.
It's just a clapback.
Um,
JYP's been blind and deaf since he started that company.
So I was watching something the other day, and people are like, why is he saying something to the kids when all he does is auto tune?" And I was like,
So
okay.
there's a thing behind JYP and why he made the company he did. It's because he auditioned for other companies and they rejected
And
him
he
because
was too ugly.
it's
Mhm.
oh
because
yeah,
Because
he
he's
didn't
too
fit
ugly.
the idol image.
anybody should get plastic surgery. It should be him.
Okay, first of all, it looked like he did get
I
plastic
just want him to
surgery. It
wear
was botched.
sleeves.
It looked like he got botched.
Just wear sleeves. They're made for a reason. Just try them out. Just try them out.
Okay, but think about it. Mans was wearing nipple patches and people made fun of him.
I'm gonna still make fun of him regardless because he just looks
I
like a
know,
big old
that's what I'm
cockatoo.
saying.
Yeah, well.
um
I think he needs to
okay,
leave his
so
hair alone too, by the way. He'll be
I
bald by
think he
like
just needs to disappear.
2026.
he's just some whole nother.
And then he will be a full nub with no hair. Okay.
He'll be a big toe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rado mentions the energy they give off was actually really good, and although they haven't debuted yet, they're at a high level compared to like how others started off. He also mentions that he wished they gave a better lyric delivery to just control themselves better and sing. So basically, I feel like with the overexcitement that they were performing at, they didn't exactly when they were singing, you couldn't exactly hear them what they're singing from their overexcitement. So I think that's basically what he meant by that, by the lyric delivery. That I can hear you singing, I can hear the vocals, I just cannot hear the words you're actually saying to me. Um, yeah, so Jung K points out that that was to be expected for the first time, and that he is just surprised that they remember the lyrics because he didn't when he first did Busking. Um, JYP mentions this time it was the first time meeting fans, and Jungtae was shocked that this was their first time meeting in front of people. And JYP mentions that another reason that was another reason the boys were overly excited because although they performed on stage, they performed with other trainees. They didn't exactly perform with their actual fans or people that can actually like be their make or break type thing into going up. JYP then mentions that um, he asked them which member caught their eye. Rado mentioned it being Han because even though he was a rapper, he was also a really good singer and he can produce. And he said that's pretty rare in this industry or whatever, which I don't know if it is. I mean, I guess it could be that you can like rap sing like he's just an ace. Um, Junkei said for him, Changbin was the most charismatic uh person that he liked out there that he loved to saw. Like he said, as soon as he came on stage, he just put on a charm that just wowed them.
He sure is a charmer.
He could change. Well, I think they all can. Like they'll have a face 1 second and they completely wipe it and go to stage mode. It's super cool.
So Rado mentions another member, but at this point of the episode, they actually did not disclose this member's name at that time. But he said that skills are skills, and as he was like watching them, he really had to pick out. Like he had really had to like pay attention and look for this member because he didn't really like stick out to him. He didn't really like have anything that seemed to like really stick out or anything like that. So he
Who was
said
it?
like that We'll get to that later. I'm not gonna mention it right now.
I'm pulling a
But-
Lino face.
Fredo said that the member didn't even do anything, but he caught that being a plus that he said that the member didn't even do anything, but he caught his attention and that his presence is strong. Junkei mentioned another member caught his attention, but once again, they didn't disclose who it was. But JYP didn't look happy when he mentioned this member. Junkei said that he hadn't seen him even once since they seen that special something yet. And Rado mentioned that with these stages, you naturally see that charm, but in this case, he kept having to look for it. That's what it was. And JYP asked what another member, he specifically brought up a member, and he said, like, well, what about this member? And Radio said that he had a good tone, but he can't really play with it, basically. So basically, while though he has a good tone, he was bland with it. He didn't give it no. JYP mentions that for the company, it's important to pick the main characters that would help lead them in the future, so they tend to look for certain skills. The scene then moves on to the boys standing in the waiting where they were before when they performed Elevator in the first mission to be evaluated again. JYP then enters the room and the boys greeted him, which I understand is respect, but at this point, I would not be able to have enough respect in me for this man to even bow, you know? Like, I'll just be like, hey, like, I'm not bending for you.
I'm just not gonna say nothing.
Same.
JYP said that he saw the footage and saw that a lot of people showed up, but basically what he said was like, so I saw the footage, I noticed y'all has quite a crowd and everybody loved the performance and this and that, but remember, you're not debuted yet. And right now they y'all are just streamers, so don't get your hopes up just because y'all had a few people show up and blah blah blah. That's basically what he was telling
A
them.
few people. That
hell no.
freaking street
Yes.
was packed.
So he didn't outright say that, but
That's
what
how
you
many
can
people
get
show
from
up at his,
tone.
not
I
the
know,
kids.
seriously. That's what you could pick up from his tone, because his tone was literally like this, like, y'all not debuted, so y'all just dreamers right now. So even though all these people showed up,
Condescending.
that.
Oh God, no wonder Channy was thinking of ending it all. Being under that asshole.
Honestly, though, like, who does he got to talk? Who does he got to talk? Like, you just jealous, my
Well-
boy. Like, these boys, you're right. These boys have not debuted yet, but look at that. Look at the crowd that they brought.
They
More
are better
successful
than you.
JY Tiny P.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep. Yep.
JYP then moves on by mentioning for their evaluation, he looked for the outlook on improving and growth potential. But on the other hand, those members that he feel will take too long to
What are you
improve
looking at?
will not debut with the group. So he was just like, well, we're looking for the skills to whether y'all can improve or not. Some of y'all would just take too long to improve. So y'all
What are
definitely
you
won't.
looking at?
How does Blockfish improve to end up debuting with Stray Kids?
Bro,
I think he used Stray Kids to debut.
honestly, what I'm about to get to next should have been it.
Oh, we're
but
jumping
no.
ahead.
No.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's getting to it.
Yeah.
JYP said he feels it would just be a weakness to the group if he kept them on, if it took them longer to improve than the others. So it's like a lack in skill or whatever. Hyunjin mentions that Lino's spot still feels awkward since he's been eliminated, and if another member gets eliminated, it just wouldn't feel like a team anymore. He's basically said, like, Lino's gone. If another member's gone, like, what's the point? What's the point? It's just
That's
not-
why I think Channy had a lot of say in bringing the other two back. I'm
Oh,
pretty
I
sure there
bet.
was an
I bet.
ultimatum there.
Yeah.
I can see Channy going to bat and saying, we either debut as 9 or we don't debut.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
He
already
was
been
just
there
like,
for 7
I'm
years. What
pretty
has he got to
sure
lose?
what he could have brought up was the fact that, okay, you feel that these members won't debut, they're not there yet to be able to debut. Okay, then I guess we won't, none of us will. Like,
Yeah, we'll
we'll
just
wait
wait.
until these members are ready and then we'll all debut together. Like, that's just how it's gonna go. And of course, JYP's probably like, we already released the survival show. Like, if y'all don't debut together, like, then what's gonna happen?
It's your fault.
Gonna be like an uproar over here. Like, well, what happened to this group?
Yeah.
That's basically what he probably did. But Sungmin mentions not wanting to think about the elimination because then it won't happen. Basically, Mans is just like, maybe if I don't like bring it up, then it won't be happening. Like, JYP would just forget to even eliminate anybody. Who knows?
Yeah.
The next
That was
episode,
before he
that's
was
how
getting
sad.
laid regularly, so
Mhm.
sorry.
So that episode ended, and we're now on episode 8, part 6. The most hated episode, but okay. One of the hated episodes. So this episode begins where last left off on the last one, the elimination round. The final verdict, Felix was eliminated.
The sunshine.
Yes, yes.
The Australian baby.
The whole thing was like hypocrite. It's like you get rid of the boy's language teacher because
Not even just
yeah,
the
he's
language,
not going to be able to
the
speak.
dance. Oh yeah, I know. Seriously, that doesn't make sense. Also, I actually jumped ahead. I missed the part. So on the last episode, JYP starts off the evaluation. And the first one that JYP attacks is Channy. This
for
man
fuck's
has a lot to say, and I was mad listening to this man's. He said that Channy has to do better in everything. Everything. He says that basically he sucked at everything he did in that performance, which pissed me off because I was just like, Mans was a fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, even Bam Bam
Coming
and
from
freaking Young
someone
K was in the back. Bam Bam and Young K in the back while they were watching this performance, they were literally fangirling over Channing and how well he was doing. So what the freak you mean? What the freak you mean? Do better in everything. He said that being
uh,
outdoors with no sound system or anything that you could hear on the stage, he can hear Channing's vocalization wasn't stable. He said that basically his vocal sucked at that time and he was just unstable the whole round. I'm like, what do you mean, my boy?
coming from someone who actually sings scales in his songs and uses autotune. It's like, I can do it too. Dude, come on, man.
Listen,
Oh,
I was
God,
just so
you're
ticked
fat.
off. The next part did like warm me up.
Baby.
The next part did warm me up a little bit because I was feeling a little ick.
Look at the baby.
And Tammy ends up agreeing with him and then mentions himself being a little hectic because he wasn't able, and he was upset 'cause he wasn't able to show his true vocal skill. Which, my boy, honestly, you could do the bare minimum and I can hear your vocals so well. It's beautiful. So I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can
So-
hear all of the boys have really improved in their singing.
Oh my gosh, definitely. So they're already good to begin with, but to see the vast improvement, like I didn't even think they could get any better. And the fact that they did and they reached new heights with their vocals is fantastic. Like it's so beautiful. Like I can literally tune out each of the members at a time just to listen to one of the members to be able to hear.
So how many idols that have been debuted for 7 years still goes to see their vocal teachers every single week? They're
Like Sungmin?
at home. Like Sunmin, Ian, and Leno. All 3 of them.
Yep.
Every week.
I think Sungmin still writes in his journal about that.
Yeah, probably, because he reminds me of that really anal retentive type person, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he gets everybody marching correctly, so I mean, yeah, he's more dedicated than I am. I tried to write in a journal. I think it lasted 2 sentences, and I was pretty much done.
I know, same. I have so many journals like half written in because I tried writing in a journal and then I would like put that away because I like would forget to do it, and then buy a new journal because I'm just like, oh, the old one's just old. I need a new one, and then do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I have multiple journals that I have.
So-
Speaking of journals,
The
I
one
found mine
for-
from
the one-
2021.
What?
I
Yeah,
found
I
my
did
journal
too.
from
Guess what?
2021.
There's nothing in it.
There's like 30 pages written in mine detailing like my doctor's
Yeah,
appointments and
yeah.
such.
That's why a friend of mine, I was talking to her the other night. She's like, you should start writing this stuff down. I was like, chick, I said, do you know how boring my kids think my life has been? They have no clue what I did when I was 17, 18.
Yeah, you mean like that shop you used to work at?
Oh no, that was I was 40s. That was when I was in the 40s.
You were in your 40s when you start working there?
I'm not sure which shop here. Oh, you're talking about the shop with the little
Yeah.
DYAP. Yeah, because I couldn't find a job. And it was actually an hour one way for me to go. So yeah, I drove 2 hours a day to and from work. But yeah, no, in my 17 and 18, let's just say I was going through my cowboy era. And
Is your dog okay? Oh,
he's tugging.
Yeah, I showed mine in her cage because she just attacked me right now. She was overly excited.
she's like, people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she did that when she went outside. So sometimes I'll let her outside. And I won't put a leash on her or anything like that. She normally like stays within my yard, and then she'll just come right back inside. But there was this guy walking by with like ice or something, and she was like, "Person," and so she started like walking right next to him, just like naturally, like, "Poop." And I was, oh shit, get over here! Like it's not walking time. Come here. And he literally will have to walk back, and she'll walk back with them just to bring her back because she was just like wanted to go walking. I was like, it's not walking time yet. Calm down. Where was I? Oh yeah. So then this is the good part that I actually like. So JYP moves on to Woojin with his evaluation and said he couldn't really tell that he was even the main. Which, let's be honest here, Sungmin has always been the main vocal. Okay.
Who wants a blobfish for a main vocal?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like how many
I
times
can't hold it.
like, oh, you didn't say my main vocal, like are you sure you were the main vocal? Like, no, he was not the main vocal. Okay. So it was I'm sure it was not that big of a loss. It was not that big.
No. Well, my thing is when he just flat out refused to do his job on Elevator. It's like, it's literally why you're with us. His ego was just way bigger than it needed to be.
Honestly.
Sorry, still
At
don't like
this
him.
point, as he was JYP was throwing out these criticisms, I looked straight up scared. He was so nervous because I'm pretty sure after every single mission that they've done, and he's been hit with so much so much criticism, he was like, oh shit, if they're getting that much criticism, like I'm too scared to have to see what he's gonna get to me about. But like luckily he didn't even get evaluated in this mission. Like he never even mentioned or anything like that. Um, the next person he actually attacked was Hyunjin, and Joy says that he raps, he cannot hear what he's saying. So basically,
Well,
like
then
all
open
he
your
hears
ears
is
and
like
listen.
blah 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 blah. I know, seriously, that's all he said. He was like, all I hear is blah 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 blah, which is
That's all I hear when he talks.
which, if y'all remember, Rado, when he mentioned that he had to actually search for this member's charm, he was actually talking about Hyunjin. He said Hyunjin basically fell in the background, like he had to actually look for him. He couldn't really see anything charming about him, which is hilarious because this used to be the main visual, the main person that people literally will go on TikTok or YouTube or anything and be like, oh, who's this member? And got like Hyunjin used to be one of the members that introduced people into Stray Kids.
The
How you
Hyunjin
gonna
effect,
say
yeah.
that man
He's
does
the one
not
that
have
brought me in.
charm? Like,
Yeah,
how you gonna
he's the
say
one that
that?
brought me in.
He is not the one that brought me in, but
Sungmin brought me
still.
in.
Who?
Sungmin.
Hyunjin. Oh, Sunman.
Sungmin, yeah.
It was actually Felix that brought me in.
Now
Because
Felix
I
shut the
thought-
door, but then Lino like blew that shit up.
Yeah, see,
Shank didn't
Felix,
shut the door.
Felix like
for me.
lured me in. Felix lured me in with his smiles and charming self, and it was actually Chenny that shut the door and locked it with this flirtiness.
They are all getting to where they're really good at flirting.
Bro, seriously,
That
at this point,
the fan meet, Hyunjin at that fan meet, just putting that
Oh my
girl's.
gosh.
I was like, I would have died. I would have
Oh,
died
that
right then and
video.
there. I was like, yeah, I'd be dead.
let me see.
But-
Let me for okay,
don't
and
wanna
then
play no
comes
more.
Felix. Next comes Felix's evaluation, and JYP asks Felix why he made a mistake towards the end, which, if you recall, was the part of him falling off the members during that choreo mistake. Which honestly, think about it, like you all think that he, like JYP thinks that he intentionally made this mistake. Why are you gonna ask, well, why'd you make that mistake for? Probably because, it's really hard to stand on two people's backs when you're singing and dancing, like it's hard. The fact that he got back on and kept his balance should have been something, but okay. But yeah, JYP says that wasn't even the biggest part that disappointed him. The biggest part was that when Felix raps, it doesn't reach out to him at all, and that he lacks in that aspect because of his lacking Korean language. Because he's not good at Korean, he has poor lyric delivery, basically. And quite honestly, I'm just like, because Mans is still learning how
He's a
to.
child.
I know. Y'all literally got rid of his Korean teacher too. Like, what do you expect? Like he tried
Yeah.
so hard. It was so frustrating because he literally walked around with a mirror, rapping into the mirror, trying to get his pronunciation right, trying to get his facial expressions the way he needed to be. Like, and then you broke him. You broke him, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. So messed up. So yeah, Felix says that he
He's-
feels really regretful that he is not good at Korean. But I mean, like, Korean's hard. Like, I'm trying to learn
and
it.
the pronunciation is
Yeah,
really, if you don't pronounce it right, it's
it could come off in
detrimental.
other ways. And not only that, like, I could feel like I can pronounce it right, and then when you go over to someone who speaks Korean and they can just laugh in your face. I have people that laugh at me when I say some English words. So
I have no idea
can't
who
imagine.
would do that to you. I have no idea who would they do that to.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I see some people in this room right now.
I've had my issues with pronunciations. I always thought that listening to like Asian TV and stuff, they sounded whiny like all the time. And I'm like, I just want to punch
yes,
your face.
exactly.
Yes.
And I
And-
wonder if that's
but-
part of the language.
It
It
is.
is.
It is. When you start watching things, you see that they have to have that so you can tell what they're trying to say. Does that make sense?
Convey the feelings like how
Yeah.
we would.
Yeah, because like you can say the word, but like we have 3 different versions of the same word to say stuff. They literally have the one word with 3 dozen. So
Yeah, that's what makes it hard because sometimes when
Yeah.
I talk, I'm just like straight up talk, right? Like boom, land. So then whenever you try to talk in Korean, like you have to have like this little like twang to it. Yeah, like año, like I say año, and they'll be like año or
Año.
something like that, you know? So like, am I even saying it right?
Or when they say why, but then it's like what?
Way.
Well, yeah. Who was it that said that? That right. Oh yeah, it was what is it, Bowman? No, from T.
From what?
from TXT whenever he was handing like
Oh,
cotton
matinee
candy.
for TXT matinee.
Yeah, when he was trying to hand him cotton candy and he was just like no, and he was like oh or something like that. You know what I mean?
I loved it. I love seeing him and Ian interact.
Um,
They're so cute.
yeah. What was I? Oh yeah. So honestly, what really made me mad about JYP giving all this criticism was that Junkei and Rado, the mystery listeners, they had some good feedback to give. Like they gave good feedback to some of the members. And the fact that JYP was just like all negative comments and like you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, didn't even mention the things that they did right. Like he's done in the previous missions where he'd be like, oh, but this member stuck out. I really like the way he sung. I liked how he rapped or something. He didn't do it this time. It was just like boom, 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 attack, 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 attack. Like you made one of their funnest experiences in busking into like the
Miserable.
worst experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. They were like, I had
Worst
so much
memory.
fun. I got to interact with their fans, and then boom, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. Stupid,
Yeah.
stupid. Made me so mad. Like, and the fact that he didn't even mention like Ian has received criticism in each mission, and these mystery listeners literally like give Ian feedback like, oh, he was so charming, like he was so cute. I actually like my eye just kept following him. Like Ian tried his hardest, and the fact that you crushed his confidence to like the absolute lowest, that straight down to hell right there, that you could even give him that little bit. How those mystery listeners were just like, oh, BCW Ian, you actually did pretty well in this performance. They thought you were cute. They thought you were charming. No, couldn't even give him that. Ridiculous. That's
He's a
frustrating.
negative Nancy.
He really is. I think he was jealous because he was jealous. I think he's jealous of Ian. You know how people say, some people used to say that Ian's like a version of JYP, but that's just because Ian liked to like impersonate JYP a lot. Is what he did. He did a lot of stuff that was funny.
Sunman's got JYP down.
Yeah. Um, honestly though, with all the potential eliminations that he chose was Woojin, Hyunjin, and Felix, and at this point, he should have just opted off Woojin because Woojin, one of the feedbacks he got was that he was not dancing well because he was so focused on his vocals, which he could even do right as the main vocal, that he wasn't focusing on his dancing. So, out of all the people, you can have eliminated him.
He
You could
got it.
have
He got a
saved
one
them
out
the
of one
heartache
out of
later on.
10. Yeah,
Yeah, you could have
right.
saved them the
And so,
heartache later on.
you know what irritates me about that whole thing, and whether it was true or not, the sexual stuff with Ryujin, the fact that the other 8 kids got so much hate for something that, number one, they were not around for, they weren't involved in, and had nothing to do with, and yet they were the ones getting the hate and stuff because of that person, which is not what I wanted to say, but
Lobfish.
yeah, yeah, that made me so angry.
Honestly, pissed me off. So that's actually how this episode ended, with Woojin getting the all clear by freaking JYP saying like, "I'll give you a chance to prove yourself, so you're safe for now."
So all Woojin fans, you can go to my eBay store and buy all of Woojin's stuff because it goes straight onto eBay. I don't even want it in my collection of stuff.
I said at
Nothing.
the lowest price that you can get it because I just want it gone.
Yeah, it's going to cost you more in shipping than what I'm going to charge you for the thing. What's funny though is like I got my District 9 tour cards yesterday, and Woojin is not in there. But I don't think I've gotten a set of cards except for my I am not postcards, and he was still in there. But all my other sets, I did not get.
I don't
Yeah,
have
it's
any
just the
Wujin.
postcards. It's just,
I
well,
have
I
gotten
pulled him
lucky
in
and then have
one of my albums.
so like their earlier albums, I actually have three of, and I haven't gotten any Wujin stuff, so I think I got lucky.
Yeah, my very first older album that I bought had Woojin in it, and I was like, really? Seriously?
I forgot who I had,
No.
but I know for a fact that
I'm not collecting his stuff.
it
I will have 8 of the albums. I will never
who
have
would
9.
who would want who would want it? Who would
So
see?
just
I can't.
saying.
I gotta stick with my three albums, three of each albums. I can't go for eight, but that's just because like my OCD has stick to three, and my wallet says stick to three. It's like don't go to eight, especially since I still have to get some other albums like the limited edition ones that I haven't signed.
Those are going to be tough. I lost my limited edition Yellowwood. I'm pretty upset about that one
How?
because it was bought when they went to go buy it. When the
Oh,
proxy went to go buy it, it was already sold. And I
damn,
haven't found another one
damn.
at
Yeah,
all.
the only limited ones I have, I think, are from Rockstar, Five Star, um, Accident,
Was
Ordinary.
that was it the Go version for from Accident? The wavy one? It was
Yeah,
Heart version, T version, and Go version. So Go version was the limited, I think.
I have that one.
Um, I don't think I have the Miro limited.
I do not. But that probably cost you like a good amount.
Yeah. Yeah, that one cost
I
me a
have the
lot.
No Easy Limited. I have the No Easy Limited.
I can't
Um,
even see from here what I have and what I don't. I've been messing with everything, so it's all just kind of jacked up right now. I should probably look into fixing that, but alrighty.
damn. Someone got Woody twice during I Am Foo.
Yeah, I have to pick it up. I can't read that.
But I'm
See,
gonna
I don't think I have a Go Live or No Easy. I don't think I have either. Like I said, I'd have to look. I don't know.
I have the
I
No
was
Easy.
just super excited to get the Taiwan IMU.
I'm not even like considering getting that right now because I'm trying to like I'm trying to focus on the limited ones since those ones are the most expensive. So I want to get those out of the way.
No, wait until you see the Taiwan ones. You don't know expensive. I lucked out
So
getting this
what I'm
one.
hoping is so I haven't bought any albums at all except for the five
You're gonna
star
buy them
drop.
in Korea, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm just like, okay, let me just save my money. Let me wait and see what I can find there first. Because you don't know, like, as far as we know, like, what did they even have there? Like, they could have limited in the story. We didn't even know it.
I have not found a good, I can't find something like Bai or something for Korea. I wish they made it easier. Now that, Anka, I sent that stuff about the warehouses, but you still don't have anywhere you can go to shop and have them send it to the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Because like on Buy and stuff, you can go on there and you can buy it, and then the proxy goes out and picks it up or whatever,
Yeah, I had a
whatever.
proxy when they bought my ring from that site that Hyunjin mentioned. I had a proxy by
Yeah.
them.
So my Channy bracelet is finally in, and it will be coming home. And then all of the, because they dropped all of the older card sets at JYPE Japan, like the Maniacs and stuff. And so I bought all of those, some of which I probably have pieces of. But now that I'll have complete sets, I can sell all my extras. And then yeah, District 9, me and Kimberly figured out that there's 6 postcards of each member. I've seen 2 of each member. They should be in Monday. But the other 3, I
Is
don't
this
know if they're sets or if they were like you could because like at the tours and stuff, they have those envelopes where you can buy the envelopes. It's got 1 4x6 in it. I'm wondering if that wasn't what the other ones are, because I have not seen those in any sets to purchase. Like you can see the 5 or 6 together and you can purchase it that way. But the way they packaged the one District 9 is they had 2 group photos and then 2 different poses of each member, and that's all you get. So I don't know where these other 3 to 4 poses come from. I don't.
okay? So basically, I'm just never gonna complete that song.
Oh, I've already concluded I'm never gonna be able to finish any of this stuff.
Like, oh, I think I should just be satisfied with what I'm getting.
I have all the mixtape.
So
I can say I have all the
I
mixtape.
have 2 different things. So I have so each of the member has their own photo book, their PC binders.
Mhm.
But there's like a separate binder with like Lomo cards, because even though those aren't real cards, they still have specific pictures on there that I think are so cute that I want to keep.
Some of these Lomo cards are really cute. The ones I got from the stay in Portugal yesterday were really awesome. I'll have to while y'all are talking, I'll have to look for it because they were both a hard plastic, but one was kind of transparent, and then the other one was I don't remember, but they were really super cool cards. I haven't ever seen cards done that well that were Lomos. So anyway,
Yeah, but like I feel like those ones that take pictures off the internet and put them and make them into cards, like some of those look really cool, because I'm just like, different pictures I put into a card. Like the ones that Channy sends through Bubble, I would love to make those into PCs. Somebody
yeah.
could do that, I would buy it.
I just wish that they would label them as Lomo cards
Yeah,
so
because
that new
a lot of
collectors wouldn't buy them thinking that they were
yeah.
great, and then you get them and they're like the I had gotten some cards and it was like from the All In era, but it had season greetings 2021, and I'm like,
Wait a minute.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
like that would be helpful. But that's why I put in the Stay Care General, the backs of the PCs. So
yeah,
that way they can see like this is the original PC in case you're looking for them. If y'all see a
yeah.
PC that is from that album, it's not, and it doesn't look like this, and it's not it.
Well, and I had gotten a set from Japan, and I was super excited about it, and it even had the right back on it. But if you look really close, because Kim pointed it out to me when I sent her the pictures of the set, she goes, "Look at Han's hand," and I looked, and his hand was kind of cut off, and she got one, and she knows it's authentic, and his hand is not cut off. Like that's the only way you could tell the difference is his hand was like there was a bad cutting or something. I don't know what it was, but I was like, awesome. Another set I'm gonna not throw away, but give away probably.
So somebody's asking what y'all's biases are.
Oh God, are we really going there? Um,
So I'm actually I'm 08, but my alt is Channy. Like it's like Channy, and then just underneath is all the other boys.
and I don't know who Nero's is. I mean, God, she's so like wishy-washy
I
all
know,
over the
right?
place.
just just fade it to the background and maybe we'll figure it out.
I know. I love that picture of him though. That is a
Well,
very good picture.
my
Oh, hold on,
bias thing,
let me throw my background.
my bias
Oh,
thing was
God.
kind of like messed up for a little bit because Sungmin was like my first one and will forever be like my first one. But like, I can't help but love this dude that's close in my age and who has the
Yeah,
same
he's
personality as I do.
super cute. Um, I was brought in on the Hyunjin effect, with the long blonde hair backdoor Hyunjin, and then I was listening to their songs and heard this really really deep voice in Maniac, so I had to go, of course, had to go look that up. So Felix and Hyunjin, and then I was kind of a dance racha ult. I mean, Dance Rush is still my ult, but I didn't have like a bias as per se because I love all the guys for their talents. But then when Lino came at the unveil in Seoul and actually spoke about how his mental health has not been good lately. And Lino's he holds all of his stuff really close to his chest. So the fact he came out in front of however many thousands of stays to explain that he's not been in a good mindset, that's what won him over for me, was his bravery to do that. So Lino is my ult. Dance Racha is my ult, but I love all of the guys, especially when they're fluffy. I love the fluffy guys.
Fluffy.
They're
I-
so cute.
I love all 8 of the boys too. Like I bias 2/3 of freaking 3 Racha,
Racha.
but I love all of them.
Yeah.
So, but just one just a little bit more.
Yeah. And just like Nero, like Lino and me, our personalities, I'm super mischievous and random. You don't really ever know what's gonna happen with me. So
Like that blurred out a
yeah.
couple lives back.
There's been so many, I don't know which one
The
you're talking
Halloween
about.
one when I said something about 'cause I like Chan too because it's awesome that he's like Halloween and you're like, oh, not the one that actually looks like a Halloween baby.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, I
That
did say
one.
that.
That's
Okay,
why
but in my defense, I am by myself 99.5% of the time. I talk to myself. Sometimes my ghost answers because he's a real pain in my ass some days. But yeah, I blurt things out often because nobody's here to really hear it anyway. So
that's why I call who Blobfish because I don't really want to say his name because he looks like a blobfish.
Yeah.
That was all in the same live, by the way.
Yeah, don't really care for him. Anyway, so that is my defense. Sunman and
Okay.
Ian, Lino, and oh yeah. Like I said, this last little episode with Sunman's fluffiness, I just adored that. I immediately went to Bubble and told him, not that he reads anything I write.
Shunjin's live the other night.
I missed it. Like I
Mhm.
had just fallen to sleep, but I'm not getting their notifications anyway. It sucks.
I happened to get it like 5 minutes into his live, and I swear I could hear Lino in the background laughing with him.
Oh, probably.
But
Yeah,
he
these kids are never apart hardly, and when they are, they're on Zoom together.
Hyunjin did a sped up version of La 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 and was out of
God.
breath by it. So, but that man, if I would choose a different bias, it'd be Hyunjin. But
Hyunjin kills me.
He's adorable.
somebody managed to like
Yeah.
actually screenshot his live, and you can see his belly
You can see
His
his what?
belly button.
his belly button.
Oh my gosh.
Because it came up, he went to go like this, and his shirt came up a little bit.
Oh, that happens to him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 months ago, baby.
What?
Oh, someone said that they got into Stray Kids like 4 months ago.
Oh, you're on episode 20. Yeah, I don't know where I was at on my episodes. One episode I watched a lot was the episode when they were at the haunted. It seemed like an old school or something, and they were. I mean, it was young. They were young. They were young. And Hyunjin had to go by himself to find something, and boy screamed the whole way. Yeah, like Han and somebody
I
else
know what
had
you're talking
gone
about.
to hide on the
Yeah.
stairway to get him when he was coming down, and he ran by him so fast they had to chase him to catch up. It was so funny.
He hopped over
didn't even
Han.
see him. Yeah, he was just gone. That boy was
Straight up
gone.
jumped
It
over
was
the
so
boy.
funny. Yeah,
So,
I died. Like I laughed
That will
so
probably
hard.
be the next thing for the memories after the survival shows, the Stray Kids code. So even
Was
though we
the
haven't,
haunted one?
when
Oh my god.
just so
I
from the
laughed.
Stray Kids code. So for those who haven't watched it, they can just follow along.
Yeah, that one was funny. Okay, so I have the Taiwan edition of IMU that's got a DVD. I do not know what's on this DVD. I've got the D Fiesta, the Daikon. Have not watched that one. I've got the Maniac from Seoul. Guess what? Still haven't watched it. And I've got the Japan one coming in, but you know how
I
Music
haven't
Plaza
watched
is.
that one
It'll
either,
be
but
Easter.
that's just because like it was mostly because during that time of those performances, a lot of people already posted clips from those stuff
Mhm.
anyway. So I feel like I basically watched it. I mostly bought it just to say I have it.
I am trying to figure out. I think that we can stream like movies and stuff on Discord.
Yes, you can.
I'm not positive.
You
So
can.
I'm thinking that maybe we should set up a time to where we can stream some of that stuff that I've got that evidently I've never watched because I don't sit down long enough for that. But I just think it'd be fun to do. Have a movie date night with no Channy. Oh, and I'm not getting my
I
onesie.
know.
I'm super bummed about that.
Why?
There were too many issues between the company and the shipping and the making and the shipping out, and it was like from what they said, it was just a complete nightmare from the beginning. So
Dang.
I don't
I feel
get
bad
my
for
I
him. They
don't
were
get
like all everybody was all excited for those too.
like they couldn't even get the size that I ordered. And she's like, "Well, there's not much difference between this and this." I was like, "Okay, well, I'll try this then." But then I messaged her because it had been like I was supposed to have it by January 1st. And here it is like middle of January and we've heard nothing and I'm like, I know you're busy, but yo. And then just this last week they said that they're having to cancel and refund all the orders because it was just not coming together.
Well, I wish the best for them, and I hope that, they can find somewhere where it works.
Right.
So the pajamas that
I
they sent out for pilot, let me tell you, so comfortable and they actually fit. I was scared
yeah,
that they
well,
would be they'd be too small, like they'll be in Korean size type thing, but they fit.
you mean like the pilot shirts that I bought a 4X in that I can't get over my shoulders? Um
Basically. I was scared that these
so
wouldn't fit. They did. They fit perfectly because it was only one size. Like they didn't make
I did get the all 8 of the pilot skazoos. They should be here this week. They're the fake ones, but heck, I only paid $24 for all 8 of them. I have an originally bit somewhere. I don't see it right now. I'm wondering if somebody went and took it as a chew toy.
Candy's everybody's Valentine.
Mine's a Lee bit though. And I think I have an extra Lee
If
bit
I
thing coming in.
if I were to honestly marry that man, I would have to accept the fact that I'm not married to him only.
Well, whoever gets involved with Channy's just going to have to realize that she's only one of millions.
She's just
Uh,
the other one people said.
yeah. Um,
Okay, anyways,
I
back to the
muted again.
episode.
Oh, I'm on the
Yes, you
same.
are. Okay, so we're back to the episode where it shows that Felix was eliminated. JYP, first of all, JYP pissed me off even more getting into this. So he starts off by sprouting his bullshit that he always does, with his advice and about like him, whatever. And before
Ugh.
he starts saying that although it will be sad for him to be not on the team anymore, it will be good for the team, and he hopes that they'll understand. No,
Bullshit.
they will not understand. Okay. They will pretend to understand, but I doubt they will. Um, so he like gets up and with his final but goodbyes he leaves, which is weird because when Lino got eliminated, notice how he actually went over to him and like gave him a hug and was just like, get good, keep moving forward, blah blah blah, right? But with Felix, all he did was just get up and say, "Good luck to you, bye," and left.
Asshole.
What?
I said, what an asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference? Why did Lino get like a hug goodbye and like you did good, but then Felix is just like, good luck to
I
you.
have a feeling
Bye.
he didn't really like Felix to begin with. I don't know how you cannot like Felix, but
I
okay.
He's
know
a bubble.
Yeah.
because he's
Okay,
cute.
so
That's why.
the Lomo cards I was talking about. See, it's like plastic. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh.
Oh, those are
And then
cool.
she sent me this one. It's also plastic and see-through.
Dang.
I have the limited go live, but I do not have the limited in live. Yeah,
Cool.
and that's all I can see from here because I'm blind.
You have that limited gold life.
I do have a limited go live. I do not know where I got it, so don't ask me because I don't know.
I guess we'll see if I can get it in Korea. 3
What?
more months. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'll just mark
Uh,
down all the limiteds I need, and you can let me know if you find it. And I'll Venmo you the money.
okay. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
I can't.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for my birthday. Sorry for the
So,
interruption.
that's no problem. So the boys ended up like standing in despair, like they were just standing there for a minute, before Han gets up and or Han starts walking towards Felix and hugs him. And once he hugs him, Felix breaks down. And unlike Lino, when they were saying their goodbyes, they were crying, and Lino tried to hold strong. Felix, our poor bubble boy over here, our sunshine, obviously is not the type to remain strong in this aspect. So he broke down like a baby. He broke down. He was
Such a
like
sweet boy.
apologized to them over and over, and the other boys just turned away, not being able to hold it in, and also breaks down crying. Danny tells Felix to always fight him, they will never leave him behind, which this is probably also one of the turning points for Channy. The moment, like, he loves all the members equally, but let's be honest here. Felix is one of the boys that he feels a deeper bond with. Just
Felix is
because,
home.
yeah, basically. So the fact that Lino, it was very sad that he left, but Lino's strong. He know that he'll be able to hold up on his own. But Felix is by himself. He doesn't really know the language very well. He's a baby. And Channy basically is like an older brother to him, straight up, to the point where he was just like, I can't at this
Well,
point.
Hunjin's always said that Felix is a baby he's taken care of.
Yeah, that's what
And
Hyunjin
still
said.
he does it. Yeah. Still he does it.
Hyunjin,
He did it at the pilot meeting when he was holding Felix's hand and guiding him through stuff.
yeah, exactly. And I was just like, why? Felix then goes to Changbin and hugs him, and they both just sob in each other's arms. Like Felix just basically like gets louder. He's just like and starts
I
sobbing his
think
eyes out.
Chang Bin was his mentor, like
It
even
was,
before he
he
got
was
in
like,
with the group. He was close with Chang Bin.
yeah. Changmin was actually one of the members that actually started off helping him with this Korean. So whenever he had questions about anything, Felix would go to Changmin and Changmin would help him, like no questions asked. And Felix says that he tried really hard to debut, but in the end, he ended up getting eliminated. And then Felix moves on to Hyunjin and sobs into his arms. So basically, like, he'll sob into one of the members' arms, calms down, but then as soon as he gets into another member's arms, he starts sobbing again. And Hyunjin's like tearing, like, he has tears running down his face, but he's not like sobbing. And he's trying to like hold strong for Felix, and he's like hugging him. He's just like, calm down, don't like, you no need to cry, you're okay. And as tears are going down his own face, he said, don't cry. And
Yeah.
Hyunjin mentioned Felix has a warm heart and that he needs to be taken care of. So like, how is
Hmm.
he gonna do it? And then he moves on to and then it moves on to like flashbacks, and Han mentions Felix being the hardest working member out of the 9 of them. And then it's just Channy crying and saying like, even when you're really struggling, I should have been there. I'm really sorry, but for sobbing some more. Uh, like
I was
everybody's
gonna say
blaming.
something here and I don't remember what.
It then
Crap.
moves on to Felix for his final message, and he said he was really thankful to all of the members and that he was sorry he couldn't be with them. And that episode just ends with Felix smiling, holding a little Pokemon lollipop, and I was like,
Oh, that's what it was. Felix was actually packing his suitcases to leave. And Chan said, wait, hold off. So another, reason 325. I think Channy went to JYP and said, look, this is how it's gonna be.
which is why we're saying like, without the members, like he literally made a home with the members. The members were helping him every step of the way. They were taking care of him. And when he wasn't like, he basically made up his mind that this is my group. Like, how is he gonna debut with any other group when he made up his mind that this is him? This is their group. And
Yep.
like if it's not with them, I don't think he would be able to move on to another group and debut with them, or even move on to like practicing. And
What?
plus, like, not only
What,
that, JYP
What you
basically
want?
told him, because of your lack in the Korean language, you're lacking in other aspects. So then he literally got rid of the people that were helping him. So how is he supposed to move on from that? He was just like, well, JYP says, since I don't really know the language very well, why do I keep going? And I should just go back home.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and his parents didn't want him to do that anyway. So he was already looking at, backlash for all of that. So, yeah. I just don't understand these parents who your kids are so famous and they're such beautiful people, and then they wonder if they've accomplished enough for their parents to be proud of them. I'm
Oh,
like, come here,
Channy's
boyfriend, I'll adopt
mom,
you.
Channy's mom literally expresses how proud she is. She does not hide that whatsoever. She literally like shut all of those non-believers down and said, like, you said he couldn't do it, bam, look at my son doing it. Like, it's the
Yeah,
sweetest thing.
but I'm talking like Felix's parents. Um, she finally this year, this was last summer, said, tell all of the stays thank you for loving you. And then Hanjin at that fan meet, he did a mint asking his parents if they were proud of him yet. I'm like,
Proud of him yet. It's
like
so sad.
just proud of him.
It's sad how like some people have to ask their parents if they're proud.
Yeah.
I feel
And
that.
that's kind of
That hits close to home.
yeah. That's
With
why I
this,
was like, I'll be bringing the adoption papers. I'll adopt you, honey. I'll be proud of you.
seriously, I already see them as my
No
husband.
worries.
It's only natural since my husband's third dad. You know what's funny?
All right.
For
No.
some, I didn't think that this was actually happening, but at my job, I literally say that all the time. Like, oh look, here's my husband. Oh, look what he did today. Oh, look at this. Look at my boys. Look at my sons. All the
And they
time.
think you're serious?
Yes, my boss, she was like, I was just like, oh, look at what my husband's doing today. Oh, he's so cute. And she was just like, oh, what? What's going on? And like all the other girls were laughing because they obviously like know that I was messing around. Like he's not actually my husband. But my boss took it seriously. And for like the last 3 months, she believed I was married to this man. Didn't even know he was not my actual husband. And I was just
That's
like,
funny.
damn. I thought you knew this whole time. Like I literally said that I was a single mom and that I didn't like have anybody. So like I don't understand. It's just like I honestly thought that you just had like a diverse like thing. Like you have a Native American niece, you have like uh an
You're
Asian
swinging into
husband.
all of those
I
demographics.
know, exactly. She was just like, I just thought you were just a diverse person. Like I thought he went to Universal with you. Like you
Well,
and
he
your
did
husband
kind
and your
of.
daughter went to Universal. I know. And I was just like, no, ma'am. I wish he did, but no, he did not. And
That's funny.
it was just funny. And whatchamacallit, I was joking. Oh, that's why we brought it up because I was joking because Channing said something in Bubble about like stop playing or whatever, or somebody said something. I don't remember. And oh yeah, she said that. She's like, oh my God, she's
Alexa
playing
off.
too much. I said I wouldn't be playing. It's not me that's playing too much. It's that man's that's playing too much, staying on the other side of the world.
Funny.
What do you want? What do you want from me? But I thought that was the funniest thing. I was just like, you know what? That's a good thing that you actually believe me because I'm manifesting. If I have more than one person believing, it could happen.
So you're pulling a Channy. You're manifesting your future.
I'm manifesting my future. It will happen. It will
It's
happen.
funny.
If not him,
Uh,
I guess I'm just gonna die lonely.
Same.
That's how it's gonna. My daughter is
are
gonna
you?
grow up with daddy issues like she's doing right now. I told my mom that because you know that Has Been Hotel show that came out that everybody's talking about. Well, there's this
What?
Has Been Hotel.
That's a good
I
show.
don't know if it,
I love it.
bro, seriously. Well, there's
I'm
this
Angel
one
Dust all the way.
Angel does too. Me too. Me too. I love him. I
Don't
love
I
him.
don't know what you're talking about.
Girl,
It's a adult cartoon that's not for anybody under the age of 17.
yeah.
Oh,
But it's really
Yeah.
good. And there's this scene about when Lucifer is singing with Charlie like more than anything. And I let my
I
daughter
felt that.
watch that music video with me because it was on YouTube. And she was just like staring straight at it. She wasn't singing along to it or nothing. She was just watching it. She loves the song. And now she sings along to it. And I'm just like looking at her and I'm just like, I
Do
can
not
see
let her
the
watch the
issues
rest
with
of
you.
that.
I said, I know. I said, I could just see the daddy issues resonating within you, my girl. Like, what am I gonna do? I will not be surprised if she's like 20 years old coming home with a 35-year-old man. Ugh,
that's it. 35. I'm thinking more like 65.
don't
Go
play
for
with
the
me.
money, baby child.
I'm trying not to go any higher, okay? I'm
Make
really
sure
happy.
their house is big enough you can move in with them.
Okay. I said, okay, if you're gonna have these issues, make sure to get one with money, okay? That's the only
Right.
way I'll accept it. That's the only way. Even my mom earlier said that. She's like, oh, she has some daddy issues she's getting to work through. I said, yeah, you don't think I don't know that? Like, girls literally asking me to find her a dad. She's like, mommy, you said you were going to find me a dad already. When is that happening? And I was watching, it was that time where I was watching that music video with Channy in it. And I was just like, what are you talking about? There's your dad right there. I should not have played with that because
Yeah.
she took it seriously for a little while.
Done starting something.
That's
I
funny.
I strained her out now. She does not think that anymore, but she does call him my husband. She's like, "Oh, is that your husband right there, mommy?" I'm like, "Yes, sweetheart, that is my husband." You're right. But she seems to think
Oh
that
my
dads
goodness.
are the nicest thing in the world. She says he's
They
they're
can be.
I don't know. I haven't met a dad like that.
What present in someone's life?
Yeah.
My
No.
husband's like that.
What present?
Yeah. He
Or
wasn't when they were growing up. Like my daughter even quit playing hockey because he never went to any of her games. I'm like, the only reason you're playing hockey is because we can afford to, because he's never there to watch your games. That is not a cheap sport.
I don't think any of them are. I if
Track is
I
actually quite cheap.
I was about to say I would think the cheapest one would have to be track. That would
Track
have to
and
be the cheapest.
cheerleading are really cheap sports to do.
Not cheerleading, those uniforms, a little
I only paid
pricey.
I only paid 30 for both mine for football and
Yeah,
basketball season.
no.
Pom poms are
For
only like 15.
in sixth grade when we had cheerleading tryouts, it was going to cost us $400 for all of the uniforms and stuff for junior high.
Okay,
So
but
yeah, no,
Yeah, but like paying for a single, or y'all paying for them all together?
No, that was per person.
Damn.
Because I remember my mom and dad sitting at the kitchen table trying to work
Okay,
out
but you
how they
said
were
junior
going to.
high.
Yeah, we tried.
Junior,
No, we
junior
tried
high.
out in sixth grade, and it was for the junior high cheerleading teams. And my
Okay,
mom
but
and dad
back
sat at the
then.
kitchen table. Yeah, even back then.
Yeah, but
Um,
back then I'm sure it was expensive.
right.
But they were talking about how they were gonna afford the cheerleading equipment or the uniforms and stuff if I made it, and I
So
nearly didn't try. I
so
shouldn't have
when
bothered anyway.
so I did cheerleading back in like 2017, like my last year of high school. Cheerleading was no longer part or being funded by the school. So we literally had to do fundraisers and everything. But we also found like super cheap and durable outfits for both football and basketball. So and then track, all we did was actually I don't think my mom even paid anything for track. I just had to give my size and uniform, that was it.
No, that's not how it was with ours.
So
Like when my daughter started soccer in Colorado, one weekend alone, $400
Damn.
that we had to shell out for t-shirts and all that crap that they were required to have.
I don't think
Plus,
when I was in basketball and volleyball.
we
Go
had
ahead.
to pay the school district a certain amount of money for the kids to play. It wasn't like part of a class. Like in Texas, it's part of a class. Like, like eighth period, you go to athletics. They didn't have athletics in where we were at in Colorado. It was literally an out of school event, if that makes any
Really?
sense. Yeah. But
Well, I mean, they still
it
have
gave
that stuff.
it gave the homeschoolers a chance to play with whatever team they wanted to because they had to pay as well. So I don't it was just really weird and it was a definite shock to my wallet. So yeah. So that is why I met her soccer coach in the middle of a field after the third game. Because she was a starter in Texas and she goes to Colorado and she rides the bench literally for 3 games when he's got girls out there cussing back at the referees and getting red carded. And their moms, oh, that's just her. I'm like, yeah, you raised a little bitch too. Good job.
Yeah, when I was in basketball, one of the games got really heated. I ended up like slamming one of the girls' heads down because she like elbowed me in the face. Nobody
Mm,
saw this day.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm done with the thing. That
Okay.
was the last episode.
I could have swore I put all this stuff in the love stay room, but it wasn't in there, so I'm doing it now. Um, I know I have things in Taste Restaurant and stuff. Let me try to get over there. Um, because I don't know where my paper is again. Slumping, nobody's in there. So I'm just gonna fly all over the place, I guess. Let's see. Quit being an ass. Oh, okay. So Taste Restaurant, I put in a recipe for rice cake soup since all of the kids seem to be eating that. A thing for 14 dishes that define Korean Lunar New Year. Okay, that's all I put in there. I don't think I put anything in the bakery.
Ooh,
Hyunjin's, I put his photographs that he did. He has such an amazing eye for things. I love his photographs as much as his paintings. Dance Roger, I didn't do anything. Somebody put something in collision of link. Oops. Pushed up too many times. Um, Somebody posted something in the language group, but it went straight to Facebook. Let me see what it's
that
doing.
I forgot.
Just backed out. Oh, how to say each love word. Oh, because it's Valentine's. Okay, never mind. That's this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just another day. It's just another day. I don't care. I don't
Mardi
Getting
care.
my
Gras.
hair done again the next day on the 15th.
Yeah, I've seen Mardi Gras stuff. I've had friends that went down there for that. So let's just go
For
ahead
Fat
and go
Tuesday.
into, yeah, let's go to the gym. I put some stuff in there too.
Yeah,
I should probably.
I'm gonna read some. I was looking through the stuff that you were that you happened to post. Um, if you're gonna eat out, splurge. But if you're not, like, if you're worried about processed food, just really don't eat out.
The
Yeah, like
only thing at Sonic I can eat and not
Wow.
get sick is like,
Listen, I feel like y'all calling me out right now because
no.
that was the first thing
The
that was
only
on there
thing,
a
too.
busy day.
yeah, no, the only thing at Sonic I can eat that does not make me sick is in the local favorites because in Texas they have chicken fried steak sandwiches. Well, this
Yeah.
is basically the same thing except it's pork loin, and it's good, but like their burgers and stuff, they all make me sick. Like I get super sick.
You guys
And
probably
then
gonna be like, the fuck, but I've never had Sonics.
What?
you've never had Sonic? That's like
No.
that's one of two places we have in town to eat. So
So
you can get
I
Pizza
used to
Hut
work at Sonic.
or McDonald's or Sonic.
I
I
used
want
to work
KFC.
at Sonic for 9 months, getting paid $4.50 an hour.
Yeah, they don't pay very much. My son worked there too. I need to read that anti-inflammatory diet recipes that I put in there though.
I am actually just looking at it now, and honestly, it's not bad. If you like a lot of vegetables, quinoa is actually pretty good. I like quinoa.
Oh, guess what I've been drinking lately though?
I'm
Tea.
a
Yes, with
Have you been drinking
tea,
the green tea?
the the oolong tea.
I had lemon for my
Oh,
liver, so um, I was actually researching a couple days ago on what tea would actually be good for like liver issues, especially detoxing the liver. So I
green
went
tea.
lemon tea as well. So
I
lemon tea
I
is
I
have
drink a
I have both of the teas. I have oolong and green tea now.
I drink a lot of lemon water.
that works
But
too.
I just put more than half of my mint. I got it finished. I need to find some tea leaves and make my own like green mint tea.
So I did go through the recipes. There's only like 4 or 5, and I'm allergic to like at least one or more ingredients in all of them.
Yeah.
I
Can you
know.
not just leave it out?
I
Is
probably
it like a
could.
main?
Yeah, they're all like main ingredients. But they honestly, if you don't have any allergies, I definitely would suggest a lot of them, especially quinoa. If you make quinoa like perfectly, it's ooh, so
Eh,
good.
not quinoa.
I had found a recipe book for diabetics. No, it wasn't for diabetics. It was for anti-inflammatory also for like fibro and stuff. And beef and broccoli was really big on them, which is great. I mean, I made the recipe, it tasted amazing, but it also says that we're not supposed to eat red meat because it could cause flare-ups. I don't eat that
Yeah.
much red meat and I still flare up, so
It
yeah, I'm gonna
probably
enjoy
de
my medium rare steak.
yeah, it probably depends
I
on which red meat you have and how much you have in the first place. My grandma
Well, I
had
think
diabetes
it was
and
like a
didn't have
steak.
much.
Like I cut it up. It was
I
for anti-inflammatory, not diabetes.
love red meat.
Oh, that
I
too,
love
anyway.
love
Um,
Yeah,
it.
we eat a lot.
If
We
and
eat
I like the
steak.
red meat to the point where if it's not mooing at me, I don't want it.
I like the
Yeah.
medium rare. That's like the
I
best way to
if
go.
if you give me a steak and the middle of it's dry, I will not eat it. It's
Yep.
too done. It's
If
overdone.
there's no pink in my
Um,
burgers or my steak,
yeah,
I have issues eating it because I need to have that pink in there.
I
that
know.
moisture.
I like to. I like to drink the blood with it. I'm
Yeah.
like
I don't
eating it, and if I don't feel like I'm slurping up
um
that blood with it, take it back.
so it's not blood you're slurping up with it. It's I think it's when the meat is processed before
It's
like it
called
hits
something
this.
else,
Yeah, it's
but it's
not
like a
blood from.
keratin, like it gels. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I I once
Oh, I
had a
still eat it too. I don't care.
I once had a steak that they only put it they made it in the oven for some odd reason. I stuck my finger in it. That's all you could see was all that stuff come out. It's like, okay. And I still ate it and I ended up sick after.
Yeah.
Um
I don't get sick from it.
I literally will go to the Brazilian meat place where you can eat all the meat you want. They'll give you a
Ooh.
card and you'll flip it over to the green card and it'll say like bring the meat. And when you're filled, then you flip the card over, it's like no more meat.
Bring me the meat.
That's my favorite. Yeah, and they would literally bring them in slabs and be like, do you want to try this meat? They'll bring you different meats. They'll bring you goat meat. They'll bring you
Ooh.
chicken. They'll bring you pork. They'll bring you beef. They'll bring you all sorts of meats. If you want something, they'll make it. And
I've never had goat,
the
but
meat, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And
if
the
I
meat
can eat my
has
biggest
different
enemy,
temps
I will.
on it. So they'll be like, oh, what kind of meats would you like? And if you like medium rare or you like rare or anything like that, they'll only bring you that type of meat. So they'll remember which one you want. It's like, okay, this girl likes rare. So just bring her the meats with rare. And they'll like slice it and you'll just grab your tongue and like peel it off and like while they're bringing you appetizers.
Cool.
It's such a good my
Um,
favorite. And it's only $65.
that's not bad. Is that like
It's
per
not bad
person?
per person.
Interesting.
I took my daughter there for our adoption anniversary, and they were so like for our first year adoption anniversary. And I took her there because I just wanted to eat meat, and it was fancy, and I thought she'll love it. She loved it, and they made her meal free and gave her a free dessert that said "Welcome
Oh,
home."
that's so
I was like,
sweet.
they were so nice. They're so nice. I love
Cool,
them.
cool.
But I'll probably add some more stuff in there. But um, I was gonna say something.
Okay.
Now I'm
You
just thinking about
misspelled
food.
Hyunjin on Hyunjin Lives, or somebody misspelled it. I just now
I
noticed that
I probably wait. Who did?
under the Hyunjin Lives, it's misspelled.
Oops. My
H
bad.
Y
Oh yeah,
U.
you're right. I
Yeah,
never noticed
yeah.
that.
I didn't either. I don't even know why I was looking that hard.
It was probably who was it was Jess
Hyujin.
that made him. Yeah,
Jess, I
Hyujin.
think.
yeah.
That's
But when
funny.
I was moving it, I didn't even notice that.
I just now noticed it. We've had it up there for 3/4 of a year.
That's pretty funny. At least it's not
Okay, do we want?
Hyojin.
Yeah, right. Going into just breathe.
All right. So
Oh,
last
y'all
week's
can, because I gotta pee.
last week's topics were what was last week's topics?
Idiot.
Oh, it was doing ADHD awareness and how, it's not all the way the parents' fault for ADHD. This week's is ADHD and texting.
I'm sorry.
So a lot of people who have ADHD tend to respond to text in their head. It's not their fault that they don't reply in person. I'm calling you out, Claudia. But it's definitely a lot difficult to remember, like, oh, I'm gonna see this, let me respond to it. Some of us don't send, some of us reply in our
Tell
heads.
me why that literally just happened to me. I sent snaps to my little brother, and the other day, yesterday, I open up my Snapchat and I'm just like, oh look, there's like a snap in the waiting. I wonder what that was about. So I just exit out and then I went onto my little brother's Snap and he sent me a snap. He said, "Not you leaving me on red." I was like, oh crap, that's what that was for. I was supposed to send that to you.
I chose this one because somebody actually put on their story that people are leaving them red on red. I'm like, well, I have ADHD and my brain thinks otherwise. And then they're like, okay, cool, don't care, flip me off. And I'm like, okay, block. So it's like
I
you
tell
can't
my
handle being left on red or even not even being open for days. Don't talk to me.
I know. I told my sister, I said, make sure, like she wants me to get a game. I said, okay, just text me it and I won't open it until I like have a mindset to actually like remember it within a second. So I have her not even I have her on just delivered, not even read yet. So that way if
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, who messaged me? And then I remember.
Uh, my issue is, and this is my best friend since like 2017 too. I've left her on red for like 2 weeks. And I pick up the conversation right where we left off too, and she don't care. She does the same thing to me. Um, so another thing that people with ADHD tend to do, we either do like really long paragraphs over explaining everything, or we do like one sentence thing like Felix does.
One word.
One word,
With the
maybe.
little messages. Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
But
Man, I swear.
it's either one word, one sentence, but multiple explaining, or we have a long paragraph over explaining everything.
Yep.
It's just it's it's not really a big deal, but some people will find it like super annoying and it's kind of sad and disheartening at times. But, you know, the people who can actually handle being left on red or either big paragraph or small multiple messages, definitely a friend or person you want to keep around.
Well, what are the benefits?
Benefits of having a best friend.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. It's like if we can't help it that we do that. Tanya does it to us.
What?
The ADHD thing, you know, multiple small messages like a big paragraph, and then just leaving everybody on red for like a couple hours or even like a day or two.
I do that a lot.
I'm guilty because if somebody were to go through my messages, I actually don't answer anybody anymore. It sucks.
My problem is either I don't see it or I see it, but I'm busy, so I don't see it. And then I just forget.
I've replied in my head once to a message and I really thought I messaged it and I didn't. And
I've
then
done
like three
that.
days later, I will remember, be like, shit. Like
Mhm.
I didn't respond. And sometimes I
Yeah.
feel sorry, sometimes I don't. So,
Yeah.
uh,
6, yeah. 6.
but I will be probably exploring another type of thing next week as well,
Wow.
outside of ADHD. So look forward to that because who knows, maybe it could be some
Depression.
really
What is it really?
yeah, it could actually be like that too, you know?
My little
Uh,
sister doesn't believe in depression.
well, your little
I
sister's
believe in
wrong.
the what?
Depression. She's like, you can just get over it. It's just something in your head.
No.
Of my friend last night when we were talking about diagnoses and everything else. I'm like, I have depression, anxiety, and so on. And he's like, we're adults. We all have depression and anxiety. I'm like, I've been diagnosed in second grade when I bounced my head off the wall. So
Well, well, I, you know what? That concern, like, I feel like that's like my daughter a little bit because she's literally at times where she'll just randomly like, I hate myself. Ma'am, you're 6. What do you have to hate about yourself right now? What is going
I,
on with your life that you feel like you need to say that?
from what I've seen, um, especially with my work, is little kids are ruthless towards each other. Like
Girl,
ever seen one of the girlies come here with like a smile on the face, especially the youngest one who's in like second grade going in third grade next year. She's like, I hate school. I hate myself. This person called me fat. This person said this about me. It's like, that's,
So my daughter, the other day, I go and pick her up from the daycare, and the daycare teacher, she comes up to me. She's like, "Listen, this is what happened. Amethyst just straight up told a little girl that she was stupid." And I'm like, okay. And she was just like, but when I walked over, the moment that I walked over, I didn't say nothing. And she was like, Amethyst, I heard you say it. That's why I came over here. She was like, what do you mean? I said her dress looked pretty. And she was just like, that is not what I heard you say. And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was just like, okay, so what you're saying is my daughter is a gaslighter.
Yeah. Evidently, she's learning from a very young age.
I said, so that's what you're telling me right now. Like she just called a
But
little girl stupid. She was like, Claudia, this is serious. Like the fact that she came up with responses like that, like I didn't just hear what she said, and she just came up with like, I just said her dress looked pretty. Like, what is going on? Like I told you all she does that crap. Like nobody believes me. They're like, what are you talking about? She's an angel. You don't know the demon I've been staying with. I know. I
you,
know.
you don't know the demon I decided to put up with
I said she
willingly.
just shows you that side. I literally the other day, okay, so I've been trying this foot peel mask, right? And
ew.
it, girl, let me tell you, it's this foot mask that I've been trying. And I didn't really like understand the concept of a foot mask until a couple days after I had used one. And I was like, oh, just go close the door, please. And I used my foot to point, and I see my foot was peeling. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I freaked because I was like, my foot's peeling. And I like looked at it, and my daughter was like, Mommy, your foot's peeling. And she comes and starts peeling my foot. And I'm just like,
Ew.
that's what I said. I was like, ew, are you having fun there? And she looks at me and she's like, I like peeling your skin, mommy. Like, I didn't know whether to laugh or be scared. And it was
Well,
not the fact, because you know how little kids like, yeah, I like peeling it. Like they're like, okay, nothing to be concerned about. They obviously they're having fun there. But the way she said it, she looked at me straight face. She was like, I like peeling your skin, mommy. Like she intentionally said it to freak me out. And that freaked me out.
I get peeling like shoulders and such, but like feet?
I don't
Ew.
do
Girl,
feet.
girl, I
I
don't
don't
do
like
feet
touching my
either.
own feet.
I do not do feet either. One time, my like I don't even like my own feet either. One time, my little brother, like I was just, he was like putting his foot close to me. I was like, "Ooh, gross, 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 get it away, get it away!" And his foot touched my hand. I had the biggest attack ever. I was like, it touched me. And my little brothers and my mom is laughing at me. And my little brother touches my hand again. At this point, I'm sobbing. I'm like, that's me. And my mom was just like, stop. She's really crying right now. God, stop it. I was like,
You would not like my kid because he likes to stick his feet in people's face because we like to play with them and like we pretend to eat his feet. And he's like the only person that I will actually allow that to happen because his
well, because
feet are
they're
cleaner
little
than
feet.
ours.
They're little
Yeah.
feet.
But he'll intentionally lay down and stick his feet in your face. So, uh,
Ugh.
but yeah,
I
next
always
week's
make
topic is gonna be a lot different.
um I make my husband and son get pedicures because I ain't into looking at all that nasty.
Yeah, my daughter gets pedicures with me sometimes, but I stopped getting her pedicures when she just peels the paint off. And I'm just like, why
Oh,
do I pay $20 for you to peel that off with your little foot? Like, I'm not doing that again. I'm too
what
grown
was I
for
supposed to look for on Amazon Japan?
that. Chinese magazine.
Oh, nylon. Nylon, right?
Yeah.
The hotness that is Chan.
That man he can do one.
All he has to do is just stare at me and I melt.
see. He has a look.
Oh, they have
He's a panty dropper.
they have Sunman's on here.
I love how she didn't get
She
What?
probably didn't hear.
I'm shopping. Do
that.
not bother me when I'm spending money.
When aren't you shopping?
True.
Like, come on. Oh,
But it's usually for photo cards, not message.
should I move into Sungmin's hair?
Yes.
All right.
Because I'm
Oh,
still shopping.
I was cleaning my room today because we have an inspection on Monday.
This
Um,
item cannot be shipped to your
They
selected
focus on
delivery
that?
location.
They focus on that. They're just like, dirty room. This won't do.
No, they're actually searching for something because we have a situation in one of the apartments. I'm pretty sure it's a
Oh.
upstairs neighbor, but they have to come probably fumigate all the apartments. Anyways, I found heat protectant gel stuff that I got from Ipsy. Don't ever buy from Ipsy.
I like BoxyCharm.
But it made me think of, was like, there's a lot of people that do use like curling irons, hair straighteners, blow dryers.
Flat irons.
Yep.
Flat
And
irons.
don't and even heat rollers. Like some older generation still use heat rollers.
Oh, I don't do it anymore. Ruined my hair.
Yep. So hair or heat protectant hair products are a big, big must, especially if you have like really damaged hair. It doesn't just protect against the heat that you use from your heat up products. It actually helps with the UV from the sun as well. Plus, it also locks in moisture. So I found a little blog here about heat protectant, and do we really need it? Yes, use hair protectant anytime you do your hair. It will help lock in that moisture and will also make sure your hair does not frizz as you are straightening your hair. Because I know a lot of younger kids still straighten their hair as well.
What? How little?
Yeah. 13-year-olds, like middle schoolers, straighten their hair and everything else. I was one
They
that
got
did
more
that
time
too.
than I do.
I thought you were talking about like 5, 6-year-olds. I'm like,
No,
that's
those
funny to go to-
kids don't have a say in their hair because they're in stupid beauty pageants, like toddlers and tiaras.
Oh.
I don't like them. But it's definitely a really, really, really good idea to use heat protectant.
I don't
and
know
it's
the last time I straightened my hair.
so it's never too late to use heat protectant on your hair, even if it is damaged. But make sure you're doing some TLC with your hair, like hair masks. Put down the heating tools. Put down the hair dyes.
It's like gunky.
Yep. If you need to cut them dead ends off, cut them dead ends off. Split ends are definitely, a form of damage, but not from heat all the way. But it's literally never too late to put hair heat protectant in your hair. So the one I had that I gave to my nieces, you can use it after you get out of the shower, almost like a mousse. And then you can go in and straighten your hair or blow dry it or whatever. And it works perfect. It smells good too. So the way to get the best heat protectant is to look at the style of hair you have. Do you have thick hair? Do you have thin hair? Is it, curly, wavy, straight? Do you frizz a lot when you dry your hair or do things?
Yes.
Do you put other products in your hair?
No.
It's definitely good to
I literally do
check out what it is.
Hair. Shampoo, conditioner, boom.
So it is also like a styling product too, though. It will actually help style your hair.
Oh, look at the ring I got you guys.
Oh, that's cute.
So it has each of the boys' birthstones. and next to it is their name engraved,
That's cute.
and inside is the year they debuted.
Aw. Hair. If you ever go to a hair salon and while you get your hair cut and professionally dyed, definitely ask about which heat protectant would be right for you.
Okay.
So
I'm going on what is it, Thursday? I'm going on Thursday to go get my hair lined even more than this. So I'll ask him.
I'm probably going to convince um the ex for me to get hair dye. So my hair probably be shorter by the next time we're on here too. So
Really?
I'm going
Now
ginger.
I'm just like I'm just gonna let my hair grow now.
I'm
Like,
going
that's what it
ginger.
is. You're going ginger.
Yep, my hair's gonna be up to here, and I'm
Oh.
going.
Music Plaza has it right now.
Oh, they have it again?
Pre-order. Yeah. It got really quiet. Do I need to talk right now?
Your turn, tag, you're it.
Okay. Because I know I put a bunch of stuff in the K-pop. Let's see. Talks about BTS's V has joined the elite police unit. Jin, I did see this pop up. I don't know why I got it, but Jin released a video letter, and he only has 4 months left. So, be interesting to see what he does after. Article talks about (G)I-DLE's Queen Card is the fastest music video to hit 300 million. So, good job, girls. Why did that come up? Something about Jungkook. And then K-pop in public, aespa's drama dance cover. Jimin wishes fans on Lunar New Year and gives an update about Jungkook. And then Sophie wrote an article about, let me see what it's about. Because it mentioned a bunch of K-pop groups: Stray Kids, New Jeans, and Hyphen, ATEEZ, Mix, BTS, TXT, sweep top spots on Billboard's World Albums chart. So K-pop's really starting to get out there, which is cool.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine though, like, it's so weird how before, like, barely anybody's even heard of them, but like K-pop in general. Like my boss, when we're talking about the fact that she believed that Chenny was my husband, she would literally like she's like, I didn't even know what K-pop was. Like, what does K-pop even stand for? And like I was like, Korean pop, like
Korean pop music.
yeah, that's what I was like.
J-pop tends to be more popular than K-pop, but I didn't listen to either one. So the fact that it showed up in my FYP was different.
J-pop is good to listen to.
Huh?
I said J-pop's good to listen to. I thought they were pretty. I thought some groups were pretty cool. So was J-Rock.
My little
Yeah, I'm not a
brother
big rap
K-pop.
person.
He likes I like them Korean boys. He likes those Japanese girls.
There you go. I
My
have been putting stuff in the top line rooms. Go ahead, Key.
my Belgian friend on Facebook is always tagging me in some random Korean shit because he finds it funny. So,
So Teen Vogue did an article on Hyunjin wearing the Solomon brand tennis shoes in his latest pictures at the beach. Um, nothing there. I put articles in there in Felix's about what's in his bag, his vacation break to Laos. I can't even say that.
Laos.
Laos. He is the fastest 4th gen idol JYPE artist to hit 12 million on his personal Instagram, and it's only taken him 6 months. Boy, it's going to be at the top this year. And then pictures of Felix at the airport saw a bunch of white strings on his wrists. It's actually a thing that the older people do, and it's like a good wish for that person. So if you look at how small the strings are and the fact that he's got like an inch thick on each wrist, tells you how much that older generation appreciated him coming out to help. So that's really cute. So what's that
People, the older generation from Laos are like really nice people. I had a teacher from there, and she's so nice.
Bang Chan and IN was featured in or on the Instagram of a men's clothing thing. Japan wrote a whole article on IN turning 23. Wonder who her bias is. Let me guess. It was a really awesome article. It gave a lot of his history. The pictures were really sweet. Seeing him post or pre-debut, a little cutie. I think that's, of course, somebody put achievements of her husband in his group.
The only one who calls the boy is her husband.
Yep. I keep forgetting to put. It's hard to put the lives in their lives room when they do them on Instagram because they disappear.
Yeah. I was thinking
It
of just
sucks.
putting the older ones in there. Like Lino used to do it every week.
The
Like,
dance practices,
was-
yeah. Stuff
yeah,
like
his
that.
was exclusively on Saturdays and Chinese was on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that well.
Yeah.
It was like Penny can't do them anymore, then Lino won't do them anymore.
I don't think the boys have been able to figure out that you can actually post the lives on their own Instagram page too.
Yeah, like they have, but they have to like save it. They have to take steps, and I don't think anybody's shown them how to do that.
Yeah, like they had trouble already with even doing the live.
I know, right? In the Beautiful though, I have an article about 9 best brown eyeliners to add soft and sharp definition. And then some kind of eyeliner tip and 19 Valentine Day nails. My nails are all eaten off, so I don't kind of about that. He's been doing this for months.
Valentine's Day nails. I can't even get my nails done anymore, and I'm upset.
Why?
I used to get them done
shoot, why not?
because I work in a bakery.
Oh, food safety issue probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm
I
not even
spend
allowed to
all-
have my eyebrow piercing, but I just put a band-aid over it.
If I find a freaking fingernail in my McDonald's due to these teenagers saying, "Oh, we can wear fake nails," I'm gonna be livid. I'm not even kidding you. So many of them wear freaking fake nails, and they don't even put gloves over their hands either, so it doesn't, so they don't fall.
I always love it when they put gloves on and then they handle money and then they handle your food, and I'm like, you missed that point, didn't you?
Literally the amount of gloves that we go through because like the moment we even touch anything else, like they have a step process. Like first of all, you gotta change your gloves every hour. If you touch anything outside of the food, you gotta change your gloves. And when you change your gloves, you gotta wash your hands before you put on new gloves. Like it's this whole process thing.
I like that
Yeah.
process.
I do too.
It's just The McDonald's that I take someone to go to work, because she works there, and now her boyfriend also works there too. Um, they don't wear gloves. They don't wear hairnets. They have
They
to have
were
their hair up.
bro.
They're freaking well, they wear the visor things. So if you wear those, you don't have to wear a
Okay,
hairnet.
first of all, if we
The
were to wear
visor
a
doesn't
beanie,
keep the hair.
I
yeah, I
know,
know. If we were to wear a beanie, we'd have to wear a hairnet over the beanie because even though it like covers up the hair, like what if the beanie fibers falls
It's
off?
still,
Like,
yeah, it still
exactly.
gets loose.
But their manual says that they actually have to wear gloves if they have fake nails, and none of the kids follow it. So
okay,
what is
but do you
that?
realize that even the nails bust through the gloves? Wait, what is that?
This is some of my posters that I haven't opened yet.
Ooh,
That thick?
That's not including the ones I got from Japan.
it's not thicker than Shayna's thighs.
Girl, what?
Mm.
How does your room look right now? It's probably like packed with a bunch of crap.
Um, I have a lot of rooms. No, they're the posters that are from Japan, I'm gonna be selling most of those. Because they're
So
like
like what? One room is
Astro and
dedicated
TX.
just to the boys.
Oh, I won't hang these posters up. I've actually got a book I put them all in. But I have to find a book that will hold the bigger posters. That's like, see if I
Whoa.
have, I even have in here. Um, so I have, there's Chain Ben from I Am Who. And then this one
Ooh.
over here is IN and Cinnamon. And then I have one of the calendars and there's Ordinary. Yeah, it just kind of goes through and
I'm currently writing down all the albums I want to get for my birthday and the prices and where I can get them. FYE here in Minnesota has all of the albums from Stray Kids.
I can get them online from there, but not from the store. Oh shit. Sorry,
They
my
even have
bad.
they even have GOT7's freaking albums on there too, going back to their very first one as well. I'm like, so I'm pretty excited. And it's gonna be a very expensive list, so maybe I'll have some people buy some for me
Which is
instead of
Do
me.
you
why
want them new or would you be happy with used ones?
I don't man, it doesn't matter to me, honestly.
But the used ones do not come with the inclusions. But
That's perfectly fine with me.
there's
which
a
is
place on
why
Macari. They have all their albums for $5 and then it's like $7 delivery. So like all their albums are basically $13 or so.
I'm gonna have to go look. I don't mind not having the inclusions. I just like having the physical albums itself.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna suck when one of these days our internet doesn't work anymore because my whole thing is streaming. Oh, there it is. So,
yeah,
but I do have physical stuff too, so I can listen to it.
that's
Yeah.
why like I'm good with just standing some other groups, but Stray Kids is the only one I actually buy for.
Oh yeah, I can't afford to buy any merch from other
Speaking of standing
things.
new groups, is it worth it to stand in Hypen? If anybody knows,
They're
I
so
love an
adorable. I
hyphen.
love them.
it goes Stray
Yeah.
Kids and Hypen, Stray Kids and Hypen throughout my entire freaking Facebook and Instagram. It's like, is this a calling? Do I need to
And
stand them? I don't know.
and
They're
hyphen
so cute.
they had some really good music and I adore Ricky. He's such a
Oh,
baby. Like
I
he's
love
literally a baby.
Sun.
Um,
I think that's his name. Sun,
Sunu,
yeah.
I know
He's the
Jake,
one that
Jay,
got
and
all those
Sunu.
death threats, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the one that he's such a baby. He's
He's
like
a he's a
kind of
ball
like
of
Felix.
sunshine.
He's the same.
He
Yeah.
yeah, he's like our Felix. He literally passed out at the airport,
You serious?
Oh,
probably from all the stress he's under from people doing death threats against him, would be my guess. Because that's extremely stressful. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
The song,
Especially if you try just trying to make people happy and they treat you like that. It's just disgusting.
the only reason why I'm asking if they're like worth it is because I know Bite Me, Sweet Venom, and I think like one or two of their other songs that I just sing randomly.
Mhm.
And since they're just popping up on my like all my social media and stuff, it's like maybe I should get into them.
Yeah,
I don't
P1
know.
Harmony is really good. And they're cute. They are cute kids. I had Kehoe and In Talk in my bedroom one night.
Bro, did you ever end up getting the fan call, the Valentine's fan call
What are you talking about?
from Bowman?
I
Oh,
well, the people who actually pay for the fan calls actually do get the fan calls.
They
I need
do?
to, yeah, they're only $65 for a
Yeah,
ticket
I
for it.
know. I saw that and I
And
was just like, ooh, should I?
I
Like,
mean,
I know I wouldn't
yes.
want to. Yeah, I know.
I've already spent maybe $200 or $300 on them already for being like a top sponsor for them. So like,
Oh, from Twitch, for Twitch.
yep,
Ooh.
I may or may not. Um, I want to, and if I can't get the Valentine's phone, ooh, if
Like,
I
let me
can't,
see what they have. Ooh, let me see what they have left.
because if I can't get the Valentine's one, I want to get one close to my birthday. He
Would he
can be my
have
birthday
another one
gift.
after that?
He always has them. He just switches which one it is.
I think that's just one of the best ways he can make money right now. To get his name
He
out there and make money to do what he loves.
he actually has a clothing brand and a fan club.
Cool.
So his fans' names are like tigers because his name Bowman is like something tiger. So we're
Why
called
couldn't he name why couldn't he name them Cubs?
they I think that's he calls us between like tigers and cubs. So it depends on,
Okay.
you know, how he's feeling. But it's the fan calls, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, because he makes money on all of them.
Oh
And
yeah.
Ooh.
does it have blobfish?
I don't even know what they have. Probably. Shit. Yeah, I used this picture actually in one of my things, and I put a thing over someone's face.
Okay, here it is.
Like I colored it. I colored it out.
Oh, yeah, see, they're all sold out, the fan calls.
Are they?
I
Yeah.
Damn it.
should have done it
So
when you
even if
had
so
when
if
you
you
thought
wanted
about it.
to, you wouldn't be
The
able
thing
to.
is though, I have to freaking send the money to my ex to send it to my Cash App to do it.
He's really like, what
Yeah.
is this money for?
I know, and he's doing me like, it's another one of your K-pop stuff. I'm like, maybe.
Oh, this isn't no easy.
You still haven't got
Hmm.
a car? Ooh.
No, because
I
I don't
can't
know how
even
to get up
see
there.
these. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my thing up just so I can see my own damn posters.
They're pretty. They're pretty posters. But like I was talking to the girls last night. I'm like, I need more posters in my room. The youngest one's like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. Puppy.
Alrighty, so we've gone off track by like a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, like the whole time.
Not like it's not something we don't always do.
I know.
Did you do Just Breathe with Han?
Yeah, I did. I did all
Okay.
three of my segments.
And I did the
Let
top
me.
lines.
I need to do Chinese room.
Okay.
Chinese
I'm just
room.
gonna keep looking at my posters that I sent, please.
Okie dokie. So for Chance Room, we are episode 21. Ooh. Hold on. Let me just shove my dog away again because she's.
Well, my thought is if we ever get to a point to where we have quite a few watchers, we can do like a trivia and all these duplicate posters I have can be sent out for like gifts or
Prizes.
for
Prizes.
winning.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
interesting.
I think people would definitely love that.
Yeah, seriously. True, can I join?
Let me just print all the posters so I can just have
I
brand new
know,
posters
right?
on my walls.
Let me just go against these baby stays over here.
I'm still a baby
I
stay.
don't know. Oh,
Honestly,
that's I
though,
am who. That's like the worst hair on Han ever. I am sorry.
on who?
That Han, that orange hair.
I
That's
thought it made him look
fine.
tan.
I thought
Well,
that's
let me find it.
cute.
There
Oh,
he
okay.
is.
Yeah.
It was such a bad hairstyle, honey. Bad.
I liked the color on him.
It's
That's
not
just
the
me, though.
color, it's the fact that he just looks like a homeless kid. Imagine that.
I think we all love the homeless kids. Regardless,
The Lost Boys.
sorry,
Yeah,
kid.
us boys.
Okay, so we are on episode 21. May 27th, 2019 was when this live happened. And this is when they're in LA, America.
Whoop whoop.
The song list for this live ooh, is Moonlight by Beethoven, Eclipse by GOT7, Love Live
Moonlight
by
Sonata.
Kelly. Huh?
It Moonlight Sonata is what it is.
A really hard song to play.
Yes.
I played on the
Uh,
piano, or used
I
to.
Fall in Love Too Easily by Chet Baker, No Promises by Cheat Code, All of the Stars by Ed Sheeran, and I Don't Care by Ed Sheeran. So the episode begins with Chenny and the rest of the boys in LA. And when it first starts off, like the music usually wasn't playing. You know how he always plays Insomnia at the beginning of the live before he even gets into like anything else.
Yeah, now
Well,
he plays Fam, or used to.
Well, he still plays Insomnia. The thing at this point, the thing is that there was no music playing, and I think it's because he was having like difficulties because he was actually like not in his obviously Chan's room. He was in a hotel room, which BTW, this hotel room looked disgusting. Like the walls look like it's been smoked in for 30 years. There's like white paint marks everywhere on the walls, like they just fixed up holes. Ooh, Jenny looks very cute. Oh my gosh, you ripped it. You
Uh-oh.
She ripped my sweater. Uh,
Oh,
um
this is Miro.
um yeah, so this hotel room actually looks really dirty. Like it looks like a Motel 6 looking thing.
But guess which hotel he didn't get bed bugs from? Just saying.
Okay, but this was years ago.
I know. Before it
Like,
became an epidemic.
I know. So yeah, so he finally got the song started playing, Insomnia, and when he set it up and everything, and when the music started, somebody off screen was actually singing to the song, and Chenny was like, be quiet," and they ended up just singing louder and like being more dramatic with the song itself. They're just like grunting it kind of.
It
Which
could literally be any of the other 7 doing that.
Bro, literally, I thought I thought it could have been Lino because Lino seems like the type that would be doing that, but then also it sounded like Han that was like mischievous looking way, right? But he's the only one that actually goes up against Channy like that, straight up.
Yeah.
Well,
And gets in trouble.
you're right. Channing talks about the time difference and how it feels like traveling in time because in Korea it's like in the morning
The
time,
day
and
before. Yeah, the day
LA,
after.
yeah, it's like late night. And I was just like, think about how we feel. Like y'all release stuff in like the afternoons, and here we are staying up till like 1, 2 in the morning, trying to like be in tune. We're trying to keep up to date.
I know. One time my husband said it's because you're on Korea time, honey. I'm like,
I
"Mm,
literally I have Korea as one of my time clock
oh,
things, so that way I can keep track of what
Same.
it is. My world clock. See, Austin
Yep.
and
Same.
You
It
see
is
that?
now 12 in the afternoon.
He's so cute.
Um, so yeah, and then it was kind of quiet from the boy from off screen. So Kenny was just like, what, no response to that time difference type thing. And the other person started to mock Channy. It's like, well, you kind of you brought that onto yourself. So like every time Channy would like say something, he would like mock him right after that. Like
Sounds
taking
like
over.
Lino.
That's what
I know, right?
said. That's what I said. I said that sounds like Lino would do. And so Channing goes on to talk about how he was not alone in the room, which duh, because you were literally interacting with somebody off the screen. And when he mentioned there being somebody else, there was somebody crawling on the floor by the bed. And
Now
you couldn't
that
really
sounds like Felix or Han.
you couldn't really see them very well. All you saw was like the top of their beanie and like their backs and stuff like that, but you couldn't really see who that person was. They were like in all black.
I think I know
And
which episode you're talking about.
I think it's Felix.
okay, then what's your guess? Who it was?
If it's correct, if this is like an early on one of his live, I feel like it was Three Gotcha being with them. So
Okay,
Changbin and Han.
so uh like when it showed that person, it also showed a little bit more. And this person, there was another person crawling on the other side of the bed. So now you
That
got
is
two people
Sriracha.
there.
I
Yep.
was right.
Now you got two people there.
Yeah.
And this person you can actually see a little bit more, which Changbin couldn't really hide very well. Like you obviously knew that was Changbin. And this other person was like still hidden, and you couldn't even tell who that was, which I guess you could have made assumptions at that point. But yes, it was Sriracha that was there. Um, oh yeah. So, but when the boys popped up, they were like, "It's us!" Han bumped his head on the TV screen because the TV was hanging on the wall, and he bumped his head, and all you see him doing is like, and the other two boys are just like going on with the conversation, reading the comments and stuff like that, not even realizing that Han's over here, back here, like dying of pain from hitting his head on the TV. And even after all that, after he was like done feeling that pain, he like fixed the TV, right? He's like, okay, let me just fix that. It's like I'm over it. It's done. Oh, what's playing? Oh,
What?
Day 6 is playing right now on Station Head. I Need Somebody. I was like, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was so if you are on our Station Head, if you go to our Station Head right now, we're actually playing the songs from Chinese Room. So it only allows 99 songs. So it's only up to episode 7, not actually up to episode 21. So the songs playing right now are only for episode 1 through episode 7. And at the beginning episodes, one of the episodes alone was like a day 6 song recommendation, because that was the episode that Sungmin was part of the live. So once the boys were introduced, they spent a few minutes messing around and switching between English and Korean, and talking about how well they speak English, but just for convenience, they'll stay with Korean. They'll speak Korean only. And at the time, Han was like, "Yeah, I speak English very well, but I'm studying Korean right now. I've been studying for 20 years, and this and that." And Changmin was like, "You've been studying for 20 years? I've been studying for 21 years." And they're like competing on how long they've been studying Korean for. And Han was like, "Oh yeah." well, I'm only 20 years old and I've been studying for 20 years. So it's only right that you're 21 and you're studying for 21 years. I mean, what can I say? uh, and yeah, that's why I was just like, okay, these boys, they're so hilarious. They're so adorable. Like, they're all three wearing full black, for one. Two, it's funny because they started calling Changbin like Black Bean or Bean Black, something. They were calling him
Probably Black Bean.
Black Bean. Yeah, but they're switching it up, like Black Beanie, Black Bean, or something. Um, which is funny. It's something my little brother calls me. No, actually, he calls me a beaner.
What the heck?
Yeah, my little
And
brother.
then we would get in trouble for doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's their first
Me
poster is
personally,
OTA.
nice. Me personally, I don't really care in comments like that because like my little brother, like they would literally laugh at me. Like my dad used to call me a wetback all the time, even though obviously I'm not straight from Mexico. I just look it. Uh, but yeah, I I don't really care if people make comments like that because I'm just like, okay, and it's not true. I'm Hispanic, but that's about it. Like I didn't come straight from Mexico or anything like that. Uh, I actually had one lady say that. She came up to me and she's like, "Do you know where I can find the sandals at?" And I'm over here like looking up, trying to like remember where I remember seeing them. And I guess she thought I didn't understand her. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Where can I find the chanclas?" And I'm just like,
No. Like, lady.
I was just like, I don't know. What are chanclas? I don't know
I
how
would
to
have said, well, the flip flops are right over on aisle 18. Good luck.
I would
I
have
thought
pointed her towards trash can.
I thought that was, but see receiving comments like that. Like I had one guy say, like they say in Mexico, gracias. I thought that was hilarious. Or I
It's
had one guy I went on a date with. He asked me where I was from, and I was like, "Oh, I was gonna say, oh, I was from San Marcos," but he interrupted me. He's like, "Oh, are you from El Paso?" I'm like, "No,
Ugh.
I'm
at
super San
least you're
Marcos."
not like my mom. When my mom first met my ex, she's like, "Oh, you finally got yourself a Chinaman." My ex is native.
Don't have yourself
My ex is native.
He's like, "No, mom. Actually, I didn't get to get myself a Chinaman. Okay, and it's not a Chinaman I'm looking for. It's a Korean."
Well, I told my mom, I'm like, well, at least she's not white. My mom would have said something probably completely even more mean.
Really?
We don't, weirdly enough, my family does not like to date or marry white people. So
If
literally,
my
we're
dad
all
had a
mixed.
choice, he thinks
Bum.
all races he thinks all races are bad, including our own. Like if he had a choice, he would not like me to date any race. He doesn't like in general. It doesn't matter. I think it's just boys in general.
That's most fathers, though.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like,
I don't have to worry about that with my daughter.
why does she not date? Are she already married?
Not men.
She got a rainbow flag.
No, she would never have a rainbow flag.
Well, you said she don't date men, so
I
rainbow
said
flag
she doesn't have
referring
a
to
rainbow flag.
it was referencing to your daughter not dating men.
Yeah, that's nice.
I had one girl who wore a rainbow shirt one time. They were like, "Oh, go Pride!" And she was just like, yes, I do. I am all for Pride, but I just like rainbows."
Mhm.
That's the whole reason I wore the shirt. I was like, yes,
I mean, you could
wow.
probably call my flags rainbow because it's all the colors, just two separate flags.
I can understand it a little bit. Like, yes, like the LGBTQ
Plus,
plus
Yep.
adopted the whole rainbow persona type thing, but to just like say like, oh, if you wear a rainbow, then you're support or you are. It's the funniest thing.
I gotta agree with you there. I do.
They're
It's just
like,
like
yes, because nature itself, like they're all for the gays when those rainbows pop up.
I would have been like, no, I support, this one goddess who created the rainbow,
Which is
Isis. I think her name is
ISIS.
I think your name's Isis. I'd actually have to like look it up.
Damn. I would definitely not say
Hold
that.
on. Let me see.
Out of all the things,
Uh Iris.
okay, that makes
Iris.
sense. I
It's
would definitely not
Iris.
support the ISIS.
I mean they both
Oh,
started with an I. Ooh.
it looks so cute. Look at all the music. Okay, what was I? Okay, so the first song they played was Moonlight Sinatra by
Sonata.
Beethoven.
Sonata.
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 Moonlight Sinatra.
Oh.
Anyway, by Beethoven, which Han recommended. At the time, they're in the hotel room, so Han actually played it off of his phone. And he said when he first heard it and saw the lyrics, his first thought was, I am a tree.
What the heck?
That's what he said. And he was just going off like, I am a pillow. I am a fluffy pillow. I am a blanket. But
Oh, no.
overall, I am a tree. I don't know why, but okay. You do you, boo. They started
Well,
discussing when they first started to learn to play the piano, and Channy was saying that he did learn this song. And Changbin and Han went on to talk about their learning process on how on learning the piano, and they were saying all these names that Channy himself was confused about. And quite frankly, I was had no clue what they were talking about. That's why I'm not even gonna mention that conversation because I was flat out confused for the whole thing. I
I'm gonna have
couldn't
to
keep
go
up.
watch it.
I could not keep up. And Chani was like, "Oh, you went by names when you're learning to play the piano, like the people who played the pieces, like they're going by names." And he went by levels when learning to play the piano. So like with each level that he learns, it got harder and harder. Like the higher the level went, the harder it got. So that's just how he learned to play. Um, his progress or whatever. While Changbin went to go get the laptop so they could play the songs better. Kenny and Han was like playing around, and Han put his hands all over Kenny's face and was just like basically just putting them all over. And he was just like, as he took his hands off his face, like, oh, BT dubs, I haven't washed my hands since lunchtime.
oh God.
Ew!
And Channy was just like, no, and fell back screaming. And then he got over it the next second. He was like, it's okay because it's you. I'll get over it because it's you, Han. The next song they played was Eclipse by GOT7, which they
Yes,
felt was actually a little bit similar to Insomnia, their song Insomnia. They
it
felt
is
like,
quite
yeah,
similar.
that's what they were saying. They're like, it sounds a little similar to it, so if y'all recognize it, there you go. And then Changmin finally returned, and the next song they played was Love Lies by Khalid. And then the video ended up getting disconnected. And before, like, they then came back on in the second part, and it was just like, sorry, we got disconnected. I guess it was like some like internet thing or connection system or whatever. I don't know. And so they ended up starting off with Chapman's recommendation, which was "I Fall in Love Too Easily" by Chet Baker. And somebody asked why Three Roger was still even in the States. And both Changmin and Han like put their faces on Chan's face and were like, yeah, why are we still here? And Channing was like, well, it's actually a secret. It is a secret. And Changmin was just like, oh, the audacity. And he smacks him. He's like, I'll hit him for you. I'll hit him. I got you. The next song that was played was "No Promises" by Cheat Code, which only has 3 members, which Channy was actually quite impressed with. Then they talked about experimenting with different things in one of the second albums for Three Racha themselves, because Hani and Changmin wanted to play a song from the album, and Channy was like, "Okay, let's hold off a second," and so the second album comes out. So instead of experimenting with a little bit different things, which honestly, like, if listening to their songs, you can tell they did experience a little bit with it. I like their songs. Like, it's most of it's dark, but it's I love the voices. Uh, Estee asked what helped Channy relieve stress, and Channy mistook the question and thought they said what causes you stress, which Channy started like break crying. He was like, well, Three Racha, these boys right here, especially Changmin, they caused me so much stress. And the other two were like, wait, what? They said what helps you relieve stress, not what causes you stress. And Honey like covers the camera and like pushes Big Ten back and everything. He was like, oh, okay, okay. And then he goes on to say like, oh, like I've said before, a nice cool walk helps me relieve stress. And Honey was like, yeah, when he's stressed out, he gets tired, so he just sleeps. Channy's a sleeper, a stress sleeper. When he's stressed, he sleeps. Channy
I
like
don't believe that because we've seen him stressed and he has insomnia.
no, not Channy. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Channy goes on walks when he's stressed. Han sleeps when he's stressed.
I can see that.
Uh, and then Channy, when remembering that, he actually remembers his mom telling him to help relieve stress, just go to sleep. When you go
It
to sleep
works.
and you wake up, you'll just forget, and it's kind of like a reset button. Like you're over it, you're chill, like you're done. Yeah, it's easier said than done though. Like for one, if you have insomnia, it's actually hard to get yourself to sleep, especially when you're overthinking about a lot of things. And
Yeah, you
two,
can't shut your
you
brain
have a
off.
kid. When you have a kid, so when you finally get to sleep and they decide they want to be up, it's
Yep.
hard. It is hard. So sleeping is not a great. It's not always easy for a lot of people.
That's where
Um,
food comes into play.
yeah, and that's why I'm fat. Because I
That's
food helps
funny.
relieve. It helps relieve. Um, let me see it. They then asked Changbin what helps him relieve stress. Guess what he said?
Food.
No, he actually didn't. Um, that's funny. But no, he did not say that. He actually was just like, oh, when I get angry, they're like, no, not when you get angry, when you stress. He's like, well, I kind of think that they're kind of the same thing. So both if I get stressed or if I get angry, I just look at Chenny's face and it just disappears.
Oh,
And then Han was like, now I'm getting angry. Um, but he said honestly though, he likes to go outside and kind of become one with nature. Like when he's outside and he feels the wind, he thinks about the wind and he just feels that. Or if he feels the sun, he thinks about the sun. Like he basically just thinks about nature, tries to become one with them when he's like
become
calming
a
down.
flower.
Yeah. He says, but he hates going outside when it rains, but loves listening to the rain indoors. Honestly,
I found my
I
soul.
love listening to the rain indoors, but I
I found
also
my
like
soulmate.
going outside in the rain. I've done that before. My dad, it was like raining so hard outside when I was younger, and my dad was just, we were just like, we want to go outside, we want to go outside. Mom was like, no, you're not gonna go outside. Da, da, da. And my dad was like, let them. So we walked to the convenience store in the pouring rain, and we were just running around in it. It was so fun. And we come back inside, and obviously we wet the whole floor. My mom was like, "This is why I didn't want y'all to go outside. Now we got like a puddles in the house." But it was really fun. I love going outside in the rain. It's very calming. It's washing away everything. The last song that they played was "I Don't Care." Oh no, the next song that they play is "All the Stars" by Ed Sheeran. And one of the lyrics mentions seeing the stars in America, which Channing was like, "Oh, we're in America. We can see the stars in America." And he's like, "Well, not right now because we're inside." But he said, "Still, we can see it." And then the last song that they play is "I Don't Care" by Ed Sheeran. And Channing mentions listening to the song with Stay the previous week. And Changmin was like jokingly saying, he was like, "This is not your first time listening to this together? Like, I thought this was our first time. I'm so disappointed. I'm leaving." And they basically just ended the episode, with the boys continuously goofing around. Like Connie is laying on the bed, like sobbing his eyes out. He's like, "Why? Why?" And Changbin's like laying on top of him, like, "It's okay. It's okay. We can get through this." And I think it's because like, why does it have to end? And then they just
Sounds like
they just
them.
like say the little goodbyes before they bounce up out of there. But yeah, that's how that episode ended. Ine,
Yay!
thank you, thank you.
Ow.
As soon as you mentioned somebody crawling on the floor, it's like I know exactly which episode she's talking about. And then
Because that's
yeah, now that I think about it, it was Changmin that was actually mocking Chen.
was it? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
He said it. He did it in like a weird way. I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, I watched like the beginning of that, and I knew exactly which one you were talking.
Ow. On this day.
Tanya's still shopping.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I'm reading.
There's a puppy.
He's my crackhead. Why'd you Benny?
No. That reminds me. That's distracted that we have.
Did we go over everything?
I think we did.
And then some?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Da-na-na, just a
Pretty much
little.
how it always goes. Alrighty, let's close this baby down then. I didn't even do introductions tonight. It's the same three of us. It's not like it's a big surprise.
Excuse me. I feel like I still need that introduction.
Same.
Straight
I would
Cloud,
like my
Nero.
hello.
Yeah.
I can't decide if I'm ready for bed or if I want to stay up and work some more.
I gotta figure out what I want for dinner and then eat.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. That soup was not as filling as I thought it was going to be. It's more spicy.
I had a hot dog.
Did you get on Music Plaza? Did you find it?
I did. I did find it, and then I got distracted by all the other stuff that I you know. I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, no, no, no!" I'm like convincing myself that I should not get it. I started putting stuff in my cart, and then I look at the prices like 633. I'm like, time to take some stuff off.
I know. I like it when you like put stuff in your cart and your cart is like $60 and shipping is 45.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
That's what,
ah.
that's what I'm saying. Now I gotta go through my crap and see what I don't really need.
I'm I think after this, what I'm probably gonna do is order some food, go watch my Thai freaking gay drama, and then get ready for next week because a new gay drama is coming out on the 14th. So
I need to finish Twinkling Watermelon. It's hard because I have to like
I'm
actually
sorry.
sit there and watch it so I can read the subtitles. It's a really cute show. And I just got through a surprise part. Like I did not have this part pegged at all, so watch the rest of it.
the drama I'm watching is a Thai drama, and it's called Love in the Air. I've watched it before, but it's
I've
really
heard
good.
of that one.
If you don't like certain scenes, there's quite a bit in there. So it's not for kids. I can tell you that.
I'm sorry. What is that?
It's my dog. She's been doing this for months. She even did it at the vet, and they were not concerned about it.
Really?
It
That
sounds
is
like
so.
inverted sneezing, which is completely normal.
No, this is not inverted sneezing.
That
It's like she's
sounded
coughing up
like
a hairball, but nothing ever comes up.
You have a Minecraft villager in your home.
What?
what?
Okay, so like when you go and like smack one of the Minecraft villagers, they make the same noise.
Oh
Doubt
yeah. I didn't even think of it like that. That is so funny. Okay, let me see. It says shipping is gonna be
$100.
no, it's like up to 13
I'm
depending
making
on
my
what
blanket. So
you're making. Oh,
found my stuff for it finally. I don't know what happened to the other thingy, but I'm a big old ball of yarn that's bigger than my head.
I used to make stuff on those looms all the time.
Look at how big this is compared to my head.
oh damn.
Poor babies.
I
I
just heard
sorry.
noises in my room and I'm wondering if my daughter's awake right now.
I,
Ow!
alrighty, girls. Wrap this puppy up.
Okay.
So I guess we will see everybody next weekend.
Yeah.
Bye.